Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast that I've been talking about for about a year now. It's finally uh, seen the light of day. I've been kind of hyping this up for a little bit. Been wanting to do this for a very long time, and let us go ahead and get introductions started. So I think a lot of people may be coming over here. Remember me? I'm SimplyRoii. Been doing a little content creation for a little bit, so not brand new to the game, and I'm with my host with the roast. Please introduce yourself, man.
With the rose.
With the roast,
What happened?
bro. Cause you about to go the hell off. That's
Like,
why.
what? Am I in the kitchen? Like,
Bro,
what?
you're about to
Like,
go
nah,
off.
I guess on the bottom of something. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, why am I in the kitchen anyway? I'm Reese. I've been around for a while. Most people know me. I went by Lutha Black for a while, so probably seen me around a couple projects or just around. Games I play. Honestly, I play a bit of everything, so I'm a bit knowledgeable in most games. You know what? I lie. I apologize. I don't play a bit of everything. I do not play any sports games.
No
at
sports
all.
games, no
Stop
Madden,
it.
no 2K.
Listen.
I don't
Ben
think so.
Black, I had to play those growing up, cause every time, you know what I'm saying, you get out of school, you know what I'm saying, and I used to play a game in the living room, you know what I'm saying, cause I had
Family
3 older
TV.
brothers and shit. So, and in the living room, you know what I'm saying, people come over. I can't just be playing no motherfucking Tomb Raider. You know what I'm saying? Not as a black boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
What you
hey.
playing?
So, you know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying? So when company come over, some people come over. You know what I'm saying? I play in the Madden. I play in the Mortal Kombat. You know what
Why
I'm
you so
saying?
outside? You don't want to play Madden?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Honestly, Madden '07 is my favorite Madden. I actually played that Madden when no one was around.
No
I
fucking
played the
way.
career mode and it was actually fun. Favorite game, Fallout New Vegas. Second favorite game, probably
Interesting.
Bioshock 2. Third favorite game, probably Borderlands 2.
Borderlands? Okay.
You know what? We just stop at the top 3.
Top
Everything
3?
else after that. Yeah, I was gonna go to 5, but it's like that 5 slot can be a lot of different things.
I don't know if I got a
So
top 5. But I'll get to mines in a minute. So with the podcast, of course, we wanted to create this because we are I'd say we both pretty passionate about playing video games and having pretty thorough discussions. So I kind of wanted to just like have the audience know why you wanted to have a podcast created.
let's see. Honestly, no, if I just gotta be honest, I just need to get more people on the train of fuck Nintendo. That's really no. I'm playing. I'm not playing about fuck Nintendo, but
Yeah, it's a
you
pretty
know what?
average.
I have a Switch OLED.
Don't you
So
got a Switch?
I
That's
listen.
crazy.
It was a mistake. That bitch is collecting dust like 80% of the people I know.
You don't like
Anyway, but
Smash or Breath of the Wild?
listen. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Listen,
Uh huh.
Nintendo games, great.
Yeah.
I fuck with the games. Nintendo as a company is
Ooh.
fuck Nintendo. It's fuck their business practices. So when I say fuck Nintendo, it's never their devs. The developers are some of the best in the game. Mario's level designs hidden. Them Zelda games hidden. They hardware trash. The way they market their games, they don't do no sales. Trash. All that shit trash. Why the fuck am I paying $70 for a game in 720p at 30 frames? Fuck out. Anyway. But nah, really. Reason why I want to do the podcast is I don't know. We be talking a lot, and I just feel like we got some pretty good points. And honestly, I feel like people always come around to our points like much later on. It's like, yo, you was talking about that. So it's kind of just like this an outlet for me to get my ideas out. Also, maybe find some other people because like when I look on like Twitch or YouTube or something like that, and I look for like black gamers, you can find them, but black gamers who not playing the mainstream first person shooters or sports games, it starts to dwindle down. And definitely like I'm getting older now getting my late 20s and shit. So it's like then the older black gamers,
Yeah.
that's played a lot of games. It gets smaller and smaller. So I just wanted to be, just create a place for like a community of black people or just all people really who just share like some similar ideas or maybe I get people some new perspectives on some things. Um, yeah. So and of course, if I'm gonna do that, why not hit up the number one homie, bruh?
I I think the same thing. So we have just to give you guys an origin story, just a little backdrop. My boy not new. He has been around the mold for I don't know. Some of my OG fans may recognize his voice because you may not be in none of the recent stuff, but you definitely you laid the foundation for a lot of the content on the channel. So I think that goes unspoken because you pretty much like as far as OG goes, you definitely that. So whenever we used to group up to do those projects at GTA, whenever we grouped up in general, we always had like these discussions. And those discussions would always lead to us like really kind of like breaking down some of the things that we kind of just have an opinion about in the industry, whether that's like mostly it's gaming, but it's other topics as well that we kind of relate to. And I feel like when we have those conversations, it's not like only us having it, and maybe now that I would like to have a platform to really vocalize that and be like, yeah, we said that first. So for real, come jump listen to our shit because we really be out here months ahead, bro. If
ahead of the game,
bro. If let's say we made a podcast back in like what 2012, bro. Bro, we probably be goated, dog. We was predicting shit in 2012 that you would think we was making games, bro, for real. So I think it's
we had the inside scoop.
Bro, we were just high school, bro. We were high schoolers talking about all this shit, staying up to like the next day. Like I'm talking 7 a.m., 8 a.m.
I'm talking. You look outside, the sun is out,
bro. It's almost time for work kind of time, and I'm like, damn, bro. So I really wanted to, as far as I'm getting older too, and definitely want to like branch out my avenues because we always get together, and I'm like, damn, bro. These conversations really need to just be like publicized. So I do want to bring like a different audience to kind of bring things to people's attentions that I feel like I've just played a whole bunch of video games that I just would like to have like a platform to say that. I just don't think whenever the content I make now, of course, isn't the right place to do that because everybody has a certain fix. So if I've always wanted to start a podcast, but if there was anybody else as another host I wanted to do that with, it was of course Reese. So we gonna definitely do that, and hopefully here's to many more because we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So I know you had your top 3. I'm gonna get my top 3 out of the way. You already know it's a Metal Gear game, so I don't even. That's like number 1 Metal Gear, solid 3. Yeah, 3 Snake Eater. That's probably my favorite one. Then my 2. I'm not gonna use Fallout New Vegas. I feel like that's a cop out. I gotta do something a little different. I ain't gonna front. The story carries this game. GTA 4, bro. I can't think of nothing else that I can solidly sink my teeth into. GTA 4. I know we've had a discussion about it, but I don't think anything from Red Dead Redemption 2. All right. I'm more of a story guy. Like I like games, but I also like if a gameplay good and the story fucking fire, I'm there. I'm there the whole entire time. So the story to GTA 4 really is that's the shit for me. My 3. I really don't want to pick a Fallout game. What's like a good solid 3? I say Resident Evil 4. I'd take OG actually. I'll take OG. OG Resident Evil 4 definitely got me to a new perspective of gaming, and I didn't realize that I liked resource management. Like that shit really, that was like the base premise. I know we didn't do that much when we used to play RE5 together, but like RE4, that shit's heavy, and that really got me into like different games, both Metal Gear and RE4. So yeah, no, there's some AAA games. It's not like we always played AAA games, but we're gonna talk about some AAA companies today, like Bethesda and Fallout 4.
Before we go into Bethesda, hold on. I spice it up. So you listed your top 3 games.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Name a game, your top hated game. Just off the top of your mind, the top game that you just hated the most, or
Uh,
just didn't understand, or it just disappointed you the most. Like it
yeah.
don't gotta be hated. It disappointed you the most.
You asked me this before, and I did not have it. Does it have to be a game I played?
No, it only gotta be a game you played. Just something that disappointed you.
Disappointed me the most. I say that reboot for Saints Row disappointed me the most, but I feel like that's just bad. But I can't think of nothing. Like, bro, whenever you've asked me this question, bro, I be thinking because I have like a brittle bone for one game that I'm so glad I forgot about. But if there's one right now, I hate that they rebooted that game. Saints Row reboot that came out. I think maybe I was optimistic, bro. I was like, oh man, Saints gonna come back, bro. They gonna hear their audience. They gonna listen to us, and they made that Twitter post talking about haters gonna hate. And I was like, oh yeah, that shit about to be generic ass. So, what about
Fun
you?
fact: I own that game.
Oh yeah, on Epic, right?
Yeah. I have that game. I have 1 hour into it. I tried it. I tried to give it a chance. It felt archaic as hell. I thought I was playing a 360 title. Oh, what
Oh,
about-
I hate Survive. Oh, you know what? Now it's coming to. I hate Metal Gear Survive, and I hate Operation Raccoon City. I hate those games. But
wait. If you had to pick one,
Uh,
which one worse? Operation, what was it? Breakthrough or
uh,
Metal Gear Survive?
Metal Gear Survive or Operation Raccoon City?
Operation Raccoon City. That's what's called. Wait, there was another one. It was another one about that was made by like some third-party company.
What is that game? Yeah, I know what you're
It,
talking about.
yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You play as the raccoon officers, and I swear it felt like an on rail shooter, and it is terrible.
That shit. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, okay, but like, I like bad games, cause like there are some games that I can play that are like not the best, right? And I can still have a good time. I haven't really like that game's just horrible, but I've experienced Operation Raccoon City, and that shit is like I hope nobody's gonna relate to it, but I think that shit's garbage. What they did to Metal Gear Survive absolutely butchered the whole entire series. So I think more or less I don't like games that like defeat the atmosphere, like that's reboot for Saints Row and then Metal Gear Survive, and then Operation we like really deep dived into Operation Raccoon City and realized that the a company that made SOCOM made that game, so that's why it's like the worst SOCOM that was ever made. So yeah, we definitely looked into that and kind of found out some things about that game. Other than that, I really can't think of any other games I don't really mess with. Now, I do want to kind of say, we're probably going to talk about a lot of things on the podcast, a lot of various things. I know mainly the discussions that because I feel like sometimes in the industry, a lot of people get criticized for playing or supporting these AAA titles, and it's more or less, well, why don't you guys play indie titles? They're better games, and they come from, independent creators. And I'm like, well, yeah, I can get into those games. Like, I really like Lethal Company, and I'm there for that. I really like what is it, Content Warning, and I'm there for that too. I like playing indie games, but like sometimes indie games aren't really backed up by, like, let's say GTA 6, for example. Like, that's just going to be a highly anticipated game that's going to just be in the works, that's going to really kind of push. Let's say it comes out on PC, which we both know it's not going to come out on PC when the game launches, but let's just say it's going to really push my computer to the absolute limits, and that's kind of what the fuck I pay for. So sometimes I just want to be able to play a game, it look nice, it run nice, and it perform nice. So, and some indie games just don't really have that. So I do want some people to understand the level-headedness that some of the companies that we talk about it just have made some really poor decisions that I just want us to kind of dive deeper into, for real.
Yeah, I get that. I also play indie games. Top indie games right now is probably. I've really been messing with like the horror games with friends.
See,
So like Into the Back Rooms or Escape the Back Rooms,
yeah.
Devour, Outlast, Charles. But I also dabble in like Content Warning, Golf with Friends. It's any chill games I can chill and play with the homies. Indie games. I've been playing a lot of different indie games lately, like mainly for like my Steam Deck. Like I've been playing like Brotato, probably one of my favorite. Like I guess it's like a I don't know what genre Vampire Survivor started, but it's in that genre. I feel like it really kind of pushes that genre forward for me. I think I just bought a game recently called like Hong Kong Massacre.
Hong Kong Massacre.
Um, yes.
What is that?
It reminds me. It's like it reminds me of like Sleeping Dogs or something like. It do got some bullet time like Mass Pain, but it's like a top down thing. And so when I initially bought it, I thought it was gonna be like a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like a you see like top down shooting stuff. You can
Yeah,
picture how it's gonna be.
yeah.
It is not that. If you get shot once, you fucking die. So you gotta actually like play the level smart and get the drop on enemies and shit like that and dodge. And I don't got the bullet time yet. So yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, you know what?
it's a real
Yeah.
tactical
So,
shooter, huh?
yeah. So actual tactical shooter. But yes, I dabble in indie games too.
Yeah, I think because we're gonna be talking about some really dumb decisions. Just some really AAA BS, for a lack of a better term. Do you want to talk about the Fallout?
Yeah. We can talk about Fallout.
All
Let's
right.
see. You want to talk about the show first, or you want to talk about the game?
We can talk about the show. Oh, okay, yeah, we can talk about the show. I haven't finished it, so I started it. Yeah, I started episode 1, finished that. And I've started halfway episode. Hell, I'm still like in the middle of episode 2. I really haven't had as much time to watch it. I just heard people liked it, and I was weird because I was like, damn. Now that Fallout's kind of like a Xbox game. The Halo series came out now. It's abysmal, right? So I really kind of scratched my head on how good the Fallout series was gonna be. So I wanted to watch it, kind of give my opinion about it. What did you think about it? Since you finished it.
See, I did finish it. Watched it with a friend in Discord. And even my friend liked it. She was watching it and she has no prior experience with Fallout. So yeah, but heard it was like really good, and she actually really liked the show too. So that it's really good to see like that the show elevating the series and bringing people in that normally wouldn't have enjoyed the show. Which reminded me, when I was watching, I'm like, you know what? I feel like this series is doing for Fallout universe what Tales from the Borderlands did for Borderlands. How it made that world more alive. It went into more things and more realism things, and it elevated it from just the game's perspective. Because the game, you gotta it goes a different way, it flows a different way, everything feels a different way than when things are in more of a story, realistic format. Um, but yeah, like I like the show. Definitely like I don't want to go into like any spoilers for you, so I'll just stick to like episode 1, 2 stuff. Like episode 1, like even the beginning was like from the beginning of the show, like I was like, oh no, this is really well directed. And like even just like I felt like Fallout, like when the bomb dropped and the light and like you heard the sound. It's like, bro, this is exactly how it felt. And like Fallout 4 when the fucking nuke dropped and you just going and you it's like how this is I was locked in. I was locked in from the first
On the
episode.
first episode, you was locked in. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna get a
mean,
little methodical on you real quick, right? So okay, so I watched the first episode and I watched it in whole. Like I didn't break away or like. Okay, so with the beginning part, like I like the flow of it, and it has that like Fallout feel because usually with Fallout, like it's an instant like what's the word, like media grab for me whenever I see like that retro 50s s like style with like immediately like that's how like they brand it, right? So that immediately I'm thinking Fallout, right? And so like my expectation going into like the first episode was kind of screwed because got into the vault and I was like it was weird because you know the Fallout lore, right? So like I'm going into this to look like a really weird perspective because I like the show for what it is, but like I was really thinking, like, what is the purpose of these vaults, right? Like I'm thinking like to myself, like what the fuck? Because you know all the vaults got like this really like specific thing that they're there to do with the people in it, and so like I'm thinking of this from like a person who's played most of the games, right? And then I'm thinking from this from like I'm watching this like I don't know shit about Fallout, right? And I was like, damn, I can see people who have never watched Fallout get really into like this first episode. There was a level of suspense like really early on when like they kind of like met the other vault dwellers, which is a very weird scene, I'd have to say. I don't want to spoil it too much, but like I don't know. I think some of our audience might not care, but you've already really seen it, so it's like. But head on, I'm kind of like really catching on to things kind of early, and that was just one of those moments where like, ah, yeah, this shit don't seem right. Like that shit was clear as day to me, right? Like that very first segment, I'm like, all right, bro, come on now. But like, I'm thinking to like a perspective of someone else. Like that's how I was going into the show. I was like, I want to have my opinion, but then like from someone who don't know shit about the vaults, don't know how that shit's set up. You don't catch on to that shit. So that more or less was probably like a really like big surprise. I don't know how the fuck they finesse that for real, cause like, see, I'm just the gamer in me. I'm like, man, how to I'm asking these questions, and I'm like, all right, bro, but I'm not like going out of my way to like really ridicule the show because like I'm just enjoying it for what it was. And I think some people that didn't like the show that I was seeing on Twitter really kind of came in this with like super high expectations. So I think so far, just on the first 2 episodes, I like the second one. I mean, we could kind of deep dive into this, but I kind of want to keep it kind of short because we got some other Bethesda stuff to talk about. But my general basis with the show so far is that I questioned some of just early on. Like I ain't watched a bunch of it, but early on, there's some themes that I kind of question, like the Brotherhood and Maximus. Like this nigga getting bullied. Like this is supposed to be the Brotherhood and still, bro. This nigga get picked on like it's high school. Like I don't get. That's a grown man. That's a grown man. I don't get that, bro. But I understand it from like a writer's perspective. I understand it because like I'm supposed to really kind of feel for this character wanting to make an up and coming story, right? So like I get it from the narrative that they took it, as far as right now they're telling like 3 separate stories, and I'm kind of more intrigued on like why the fuck did old girl come and do all what she did, and what's with the ghoul. Like those are like the main storylines I'm really kind of like intrigued in the most right now. But as far as now, I'm just really kind of like, they got chickens. I ain't never seen a chicken in Fallout ever. Not like a mutated chicken. No, that's like a normal looking ass chicken, dog. I'm like, these niggas just got regular chickens, bro.
The nigga who seen that chicken probably ain't seen no chickens like that either. He's like, oh shit, is that a hen?
That's a whole ass hen. All right, I guess the Fallout didn't mess with the chicken DNA, bro. Other than that,
he messed with that chicken DNA.
I have noticed that they've kind of took and see, my expectation is that they was going to continue just from the Fallout 4 perspective. So I'm looking at it like, yeah, if you enjoyed Fallout 4, because I know there's people who don't enjoy it. I think Fallout 4 was a decent Bethesda game. I liked it. I played it. I got like 100 hours in Fallout 4, so I really can't say shit. But I enjoyed it. I can tell the narrative for it is really kind of focused on like picking up where that kind of left off. Not in the sense of the story, of course, but just as in like the overall feel. Like I don't know if you know what I mean by that, compared to like New Vegas and 3 and then Fallout 4. Because that's how I felt. I felt like
I would say it does have its similarities. I can't say what similarities are.
Okay.
Because you haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely would say that watching it, I kind of was like you, having previous Fallout like interest, and like I know because I actually fucking read the terminals and shit, so I know the
Yeah.
experiments that happens in the vaults the whole time. You know, I'm trying not to be like that fucking nerd and like assuming shit and just talking too much and like fucking nerd. Now I'm like, oh yeah, what is this like? There's like, there's like a scene where even
Uh-huh.
like in the Brotherhood, where like the scribe and like he got a picture of that dude face and like he's like actually scribing that shit, like he's translating that shit. I'm like, oh, this nigga, this is actually some smart shit. And like, I don't know why, but like, I like to see that shit like actually fucking happening. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah. So I don't want to be annoying and like, but the whole time I was like, all right, this vault seems normal as hell. What's the experiment in this vault?
Yeah.
Like, what's this vault's purpose? I will say, keep watching. They will get around to that. I will say that actually going in, you think like, fuck, they even get in the vault. So keep watching. They gonna get around to that. Everything kind of get wraps up in the end.
And that,
So you
yeah.
will. So like I said, that's why as like a TV perspective, like I'm questioning shit, and I got Fallout prior not
Oh, you
prior
done?
Fallout knowledge. I'm
Yeah.
questioning shit, and then my friend, she's also kind of questioning shit too, because she don't know, and it's like it's two different. Like we're having the same experience, even though we got like two different perspectives.
Right.
And I think that's what makes it really well done. I don't know, it's a really well done show. Even on the Brotherhood still thing. I perfectly got the bullying of Maximus because to me, Brotherhood is more like an army, and I don't like they got knights, they got their paladins and stuff. They got the scribes and stuff like that, and in my experience, there are lesser and higher people in the Brotherhood faction, and like say like New Vegas, which is the most recent one I played. There was people who kind of seemed to be bullied and stuff in those little chambers that you go to that you find the Brotherhood that's not really supposed to be out in New Vegas, but they are there. Yeah, if you talk to them and stuff, there are people who definitely lower on totem pole, people that they don't like, people that they don't trust, stuff like that. There's a guy like who's not as good with his gun training, so like he like snuck a gun to go practice and stuff, and and there are people who kind of indirectly bully him because he's not as good. I think he's also black, so he's like the fucking Maximus or something.
That's crazy.
Um, yeah, so I don't know. I got that part, but I do say continue watching. It's a good show. It's a good show for really anybody watching. Like, you seen people who didn't like it on the internet. From what I've seen some people who didn't like it, but they was really just ultra critical, and it wasn't even really of the show production itself, but just
It's like
a
little
few
stuff.
story plot points, and it's already been debunked that they just got those plot points kind of wrong. So, but overall, I think the show got like tens, like actual like tens,
Tens?
nines and tens overall.
Really?
Yeah, overwhelmingly positive. I think Bethesda Microsoft, Bethesda, whatever, they got a hit. I feel like that show succeeded at doing what they wanted Fallout 4 to do.
Yeah.
They
But this,
modernized Fallout 4 to bring in more of a core audience from the casual gamers, the newer people. I don't think it. I think it did work at the time, but kind of like this. They kind of Skyrimized Fallout, made it simpler, made it more modern, made it easier to play, dumbed it down a little bit, whatever.
think they ever make
Yeah,
a
it definitely,
Skyrim series?
yeah, it definitely brought people. I think they had already said that they're not interested in making. I think they asked Todd Howard would he make a Skyrim series, and he said no. Which I get it, I understand it, because as soon as I heard that question before I even seen his answer, oh, that
Did I say
everyone was just
Skyrim?
compared to
I meant
uh,
Elder Scrolls, bro. See, I'm like one of them,
everyone.
bro.
Everyone would just compare it to Game of Thrones, and
Oh
it
yeah.
wouldn't have as good as a shot as Fallout.
See, that core theme for Fallout really works, and that's what I'm like. Yeah, if I wanted to introduce people into Fallout, like if I had a chance or an opportunity to do that, like, yeah, I wouldn't make it so complicated or overt. But it's like I appreciate like when I'm trying to like enjoy it just to enjoy it, and then it's like the nerd in me is like, yeah, why? This is the only vault, per my experience, because I've never played 76. These are the only vaults that are like side by side each other, right? And then they have some like theme where like they meeting up to do what they do, and I'm like, okay, that's weird, but like I'm not really like thinking about it like that because that's just a plot. To me, that's just a plot point from New Eyes, right? But then the nerd in me is like, what's like the deeper meaning to that? So it do make me be thinking. I will try to finish it as soon as I can, and maybe I'll have a different little talking point from that. But I guess we could transition on from the TV show. I think it's pretty. I give it right now. I get a 7.5 out of 10, but I gotta finish it first, so that may change.
That's understandable. I mean, for me, finishing it, I give it about a 9. Honestly, it's weird because I'm kind of critical on shows a lot, but I honestly, the show is pretty good. It's pretty good show. They got some pretty good directors, pretty good acting. I think the budget was like over 100 million, so they put
100 million.
Some money into it.
Oh, the power armor looks really good in that show.
Oh yeah, the power armor they
Yeah.
put money. That Paperboy looks really good. They put money into the show. So yeah. I mean, honestly, show's like a solid 9.
From a story perspective, do you like the show's story versus Fallout 4?
Story perspective,
Since you finished both games and one recently.
I would say that I was not really a fan. It's hard to say because like I wasn't really a fan of Fallout 4's story because they simplified it too much. Like, what was my choice? I couldn't kill as many people as I could in New Vegas. I felt like I didn't have as many choices. I feel like the choices I did have just led to the same thing. I was like, why are you even giving me the placebo effect of having a choice? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, so I mean, you did have a choice, what faction you're gonna go with when you beat the game. I like the railroad, probably the most, to be honest.
You like the railroad, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they call it the railroad. They's freeing synths like they were slaves. I'm black, so it's just kind of just, No, and honestly, whatever it was.
No, let's talk about it. Like, just because, like, when I was thinking about when I was watching the show, I was really thinking just from the 2 episodes I watched. I was really kind of like seeing like, oh yeah, it's gonna be just 3 stories, but just for the main series so far that I know, right? So. I think so far, like I'm more intrigued on like the 2 stories with like what old dude got going on with that chick, and then like the ghoul story, right? So I'm like intrigued, right? I'm like I think that intrigueness is going to really carry me to the end of the series. But when I think about Fallout 4 story, I just really think about I don't know how like not risque it is compared to like New Vegas, just from like the writing perspective. So like I'm more intrigued in the story than the actual Fallout 4, because half of that game is like you start as a regular guy or a veteran, right? You get frozen, and now you're looking for like yo baby, for half the game, and then like you find him and he old as hell, and then like you gotta choose like. I don't know. You gotta choose your faction or who you choose. Like, there's no other plot point to that story for real. If you think about it, that's like the whole. That's actually Fallout 4 in a nutshell. If I'm being honest,
it's really that simple. It's just that, and it's like I don't know. Yeah, I think that might be more so why I went with the railroad, because it's just like them, and then like freeing the synths, and then you get the synths backstory. So like when you go to that little town. And they ask you all those questions to prove that you're not sent and shit. And then like real like you could tell there's something up in the town.
Yeah.
And I just really like that. I really like the synth angle in the Fallout series. They feel like the random like points, like when you see that guy and he's running, and then and you see them, and it's like two, like they're like doubles or the same thing, that same guy,
Oh
and one of them is a
yeah,
synth, and then you got to kill one of them,
right.
or you can't intervene and kill one of them, and it's like, but you don't know which one to kill, and then even if you do kill one, you actually don't know if you killed the right one, and like that shit is just like, what, like yo,
It did have some
wait,
pretty
which
cool
one?
It did have
Is
some
this the right
pretty
one?
cool random events. But I think I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Like subtly enough, I think the mystiqueness to like Fallout 4's synth idea was pretty cool. I just think the overall twist was like not as intriguing. That's like, you know, father's like your child like type. I like that kind of just fell
Oh,
flat for me because I'm like, oh, I mean, I guess, right. But then like for this, I'm like, where does this story go? And I feel like sometimes when especially with Bethesda right now, I was watching a couple of Fallout videos about like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, and I was like watching these videos and I was learning about like Fallout 1 and 2 and how those games really, and like New Vegas, for example, all the ones made by Obsidian, or at least the original creators from Fallout 1 and 2, they really wanted to kind of stray away from the idea of like the vault and kind of like explore the wasteland in general. So I mean, because like I think nowadays, especially with Bethesda being uh like, you know, the head of like fucking writing and creating Fallout now, it's always like you start in a vault. Like it's like the show's never really centered. Like the series has never been obtusely centered around the idea of the vaults. The vaults have just like been there, and they've just added really to the world. Because when I think about like the Fallout games in general, I mean, like we really don't, like, you crazy enough, we don't really explore vault tech. It's always like dingled in your face, but not really like digested. Like me and you know, like there's deeper lore to them, but not really, you know, a main reason. Or like I think going deeper, it's for like some enclave shit. But other than that, they don't really try to explore outside that narrative, and that's kind of what I got from the show watching early. That's why I think the Ghoul's the most interesting to me so far, because like, yeah, I've played Fallout 3 and 4. We always saw in the vault. And then, like, the Brotherhood, like, shit, it's power armor. You're not gonna have Fallout with no goddamn power armor in it. So, but we've never had, like, an opportunity to make a ghoul. So, it's like, given the opportunity that a ghoul is actually, like, a main character and a badass so far, I fuck with that. They just don't explore those ideas, I feel.
I get that. I get that. 'Cause I was thinking about like, Fallout New Vegas, you was the carrier, and
Exactly.
even though it had vaults in it, you learned vault stuff. It wasn't centered around it, and ever since like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76,
Yeah.
and now TV show, like it's really centered heavy around. I feel like even with the next Fallout, which I feel like they gotta be, somebody gotta be pushing for that north, like with the rise increase and Fallout booming right now. I'm pretty sure they already renewed for season 2. I think I heard. So I'm pretty sure that they forced him ahead, pushing for. I think Todd Howard even said in like an interview that they don't want to take as long on Fallout games or on games in general.
Okay.
So I don't know. Hopefully,
Shit, after Starfield, I hope
I don't
not.
know. It's kind of like I want them to shop out and let someone else make a Fallout game, but at the same time, only people I trust doing that right now is Obsidian. But at the same time, Obsidian can't do it right now because they're busy. They got Avowed and they got Outer Worlds 2 that they're working on. So it's like, I don't know. It's like I want another Fallout game. I wasn't the biggest fan of Fallout 4. I did like the game. I actually got like a pretty decent amount of hours. The only reason I stopped playing is because I had over 100 hours in the game, and in that 100 hours of game, my character got reset 3 times due to something out of my control. It was a problem with it. Like on the launch of the game, it was just a problem. And I think the last time, I say correct. I I had an 87-hour save playthrough,
God.
and I was doing a Far Harbor DLC, and it corrupted, and I was so distraught because, like I said, I had bought all the DLC, I had the season pass and everything, and it's like, bro, and it's like, this will be the fourth time I had to make another character, and each time I made another character, you know, like I played the story again and I chose different options. But it's like, if I there isn't a fourth, like, really ending to do.
No.
Like, I think like there's the railroad ending,
Yeah.
there's the Institute ending, and the Brotherhood ending, and the Minuteman ending.
Yep.
I think I had already had 3 of the 4. So it's like, I guess I can technically do another one, but I think I looked it up. I don't know. I didn't want to go the Minuteman route.
So let me peep game on this, just from because you've extensively played Fallout 4. You have also extensively played New Vegas, right? So I myself as well have gotten 3 endings in that game on Fallout 4. I got the railroad first because I just fuck with them the most, but then I didn't realize I can get the Minuteman ending. I was like, oh, okay, fuck, I'll do that. And then I did Brotherhood because I was like, oh, Liberty Prom, I love Fallout 3, so I'll do that because I want to see my boy again. So just to kind of put it in perspective, and this is kind of why, like, I brought up like, they always start in a vault. It's always like, we know there's going to be some faction with a power armor or power armored affiliated faction, like the Enclave, the Brotherhood, or the Outcast of the Brotherhood, whatever the case may be. We know that that's just a given with Fallout, right? Vaults and power armor. My thing is in Fallout 4, you know, when you beat that game, 2 of the factions, I guess minus the Minutemen, because they can't really get exterminated, but 2 of those factions get deleted. Matter of fact, 2 of those factions actually will cease operations. Like, they will be completely annihilated, right? Like, if you blow up the Institute, that's like their main base. Like, they're gone. If you disrupt the railroad, that's still like their main base. They're gone. We don't know too much about, like, where. That's why, like, that one scene when they was like on the airstrip, I was like, what the fuck? The Brotherhood are just here? Because usually the Brotherhood are like, they kind of like nomadish. Like, they'll go to one place because they have, like, they've heard that there's some ancient tech that we're gonna go. So they usually just kind of travel to places, right? So, like, I've never considered the Brotherhood having, like, a quote-unquote main base. But let me just put this in perspective. So 2 of those factions got to be obliterated. So for Fallout 5, it's kind of weird because, like what is the canonical ending to that? But if I think about it from, like, New Vegas, and whatever your decision in New Vegas is, really doesn't, like, destroy, like, the story, because the main, like, cohesive plot to that is that there's a war going on at Hoover Dam, like round 2 going on at Hoover Dam, and then, like, both main factions are talking about, like, shit, bro, that first fight was a doozy, right? NCR, like, oh man, ooh, the Legion was tough, but we gotta, like, you know, we brushed past them because they just got numbers, right? But the Legion just tougher, and it's like, even whoever you choose in that, rather you choose it, fucking side with Mr. House, NCR, Legion, that's just like a chapter, because like from New Vegas, like, they've established all of these factions. Like, the Brotherhood's still there, the NCR has, like, the whole state of California, the Legion has, like, the whole Midwest and shit. Like, Laney has literally traveled because he was doing some shit, and I was like, all right, bro, now I gotta come all the way over here and handle this. All right, bro, because Joshua failed, or what was, I forgot his name, I forgot what they called
The one.
Yeah, the bird one. He was like, so he fucked up, now I gotta stop what I'm doing. All right, bro. And I just find that interesting because, like, the whole Midwest is, like, really controlled by the Legion. So even at the ending of that game, you're really just kind of, like, closing a chapter because those factions still exist. So, like, if there was, like, let's just say, for the sake of just keeping it simple, what if there was a New Vegas 2? Because I can realistically see a sequel to that, given, like, whatever ending is chosen, because we all know that, like, that's still a war that's going to be prevalent. But, like, when I think about Fallout 4, like, what the fuck is gonna be I know they're gonna make up some new shit, but, like, there's not really, like, I'm not latching on to an idea of what the new one would be, if that makes sense, right? Because I feel like they just continue to rinse and repeat the we're born in the vault, or we start in the vault, and then it's just like we're still stuck in that general like beginning phase of Fallout. And so I really thought about that, because I was like, damn, I really was thinking about Fallout New Vegas sequel and how like crazy that would be given like the next conflict between them two factions. I just think they have interesting factions in that game versus Fallout 4. So I wanted to get your idea on that for real.
I would say honestly,
I know that was a lot, right?
no. It ain't even like that. I just wanted to think how I wanna start this. Like I said, I do think that like it started in the vault.
Yeah.
Wasn't really a big issue for me, but I do see how it's starting to. Like, I do see definitely after finishing the show, Fallout 76, combined with Fallout 4, like when it was just Fallout 4 by itself, it was just like, okay. Before that, I had New Vegas, and before that,
Right.
it was Fallout 3. So it didn't really feel like it was like, oh, you know. So when Fallout 4 came out, it was like, okay, I'm back in the vault, stuff like that. But now it just feels like going forward, I'm always going to be starting. Like it seems like Vault Tech is just going to play a bigger role than they previously did, and I just know at the success of the show that they're going to like ramp that up. You know more when you get to the end. And it's like I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that, because I want Fallout to be more about the wasteland. But as far as like the factions go, yeah, that's just one of the things like with the choices. Like I don't know, it just Fallout 4, the story just felt weird to me. Like you said, like it felt weird to just close the book on any of the factions. Like I guess like no, you killed Father, like the Institute is fucking done. Like maybe somebody can do like some remnants or something, but that's just done. Uh
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can like the railroad, that's
That
just
shit's
fucking
done.
done. What you like, yeah, it could be some people who want to like free the censorship, but you're gonna get rid of that fucking robot that predicted shit. Like, I don't know. It's just gonna be a lot less efficient, and it's like it's fucking done anyway. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. The railroad to me is kind of like the Thieves Guild in
Yeah.
Skyrim. Maybe it's more so I like them also, but it's just like yeah, it did feel weird to just have like a period at the end of something. Like, all right, well, this is like like they're just
They're
gone. It's
gone.
done.
They're just not gonna exist no more. Like, it's weird. Even in
Yeah.
Fallout 3, like, again, in Fallout 3, it closes out, the Brotherhood's still there, and the Enclave is still there. And we don't really, like, make such a big difference that they don't exist. So, like, I can base, like, my idea on, like, what would the next part of, like, I forgot, what do they, not the Commonwealth. I forgot what they call it.
I think that is the Commonwealth. I think the in New Vegas is the Mojave.
Yeah. What is the Fallout 4? I thought Fallout 4 was Commonwealth.
Oh, what is Washington not the Commonwealth too? I don't know.
Cause like I did that crazy enough, I did that
Fallout
synth.
fans.
Yeah, I know. Right? I did that synth mission, which is like hella interesting now that like that whole concept back then, like that shit went over my fucking head. That there's a whole ass synth getting like transport, like some railroad shit, right? All the way back in Fallout 3. So it's kind of like I did that quest as a kid, and that shit didn't make sense. But it's kind of cool that like they had that in there. They was already like pre-gaming for Fallout 4, so that's really cool. So yeah, I was just really interested just to see if the show was going to tackle just things from a new perspective versus like, and again, like that's just coming from a nerd. So I understand why they're doing, you know, from a Vault Dweller's perspective.
Capital Wasteland.
Yeah, Capital Wasteland, that's what it was called. So I get why they, you know, start with a Vault Dweller and then a Brotherhood is still soldier, or I guess in this moment that I'm watching, that nigga's still a scribe. So he not even a scribe, is he? I don't remember. So I understand it from that perspective because that's easier to get, you know, an audience attached to like these characters. And so I just had to watch it in full like you said, so we can just kind of tackle a deeper perspective. But I'll always be thinking about like how really good New Vegas handled just kind of like its main like that shit really be making me appreciate New Vegas a lot. And I know this wasn't the topic of discussion because like a lot of people since the show has came out has went back to play Fallout 4. which isn't a Starking problem, but it's just I wish those same people would give the older even Fallout 3. I like that. You enjoyed Fallout 3, right?
Yeah, I like Fallout 3. I mean, honestly, I do want to go back and play Fallout 3. It's just on the list. I've been going back and playing Fallout 4 in New Vegas. New Vegas isn't worth it going back. I do know people are going back to New Vegas. I feel like I don't know. I know they gave I mean not New Vegas, no New Vegas.
Not the biggest.
Fallout 76. New Vegas is my favorite. Fallout 76. Well, I know a lot of people been going back to play Fallout 76 since they gave it away for free on Amazon. And you know, it's kind of like the newer one. It's online or whatever. You can play with friends and stuff. I feel like Fallout 4 would have been the better game to give away for free. That's probably
Yeah.
the better introduction to give to people.
Yeah.
No matter the game's flaws, it is modernized, and it's an easier game to get people into instead of like Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
only the hardcore gamers are going to, you know, play those games because they have aged. But 76, the AI is terrible. I feel like if they're like a gamer, I don't think they're going to like the game. Past is like, you know, regular. But yeah, I don't know. I get it though. They can't really monetize Fallout 4, but they can monetize Fallout 76.
Right.
So we're giving another way to try to get people in there, and they can also, I know there's a DLC coming out not too long. It's supposed to be like a whole new kind of map and stuff. So I can kind of see, you know, they want to get people there to build the player base up, and then they can keep adding content to that to kind of hold people over until, you know, season 2 or some other stuff come out. You know,
Since you've got done watching the show, do you expect? Well, since we kind of both been in a craze for like consuming Fallout content, after 76, where do you kind of anticipate? I mean, as far as just kind of wrapping up the topic with the show, where do you kind of see like the next entry for the game, like just in general? Like, do you think they keep it on the East Coast and kind of keep the same sort of vibe they had with Fallout 4, or do you think it's gonna get back to, like, I don't know. I've always thought New Vegas and Fallout 3 was a lot grittier, a lot of darker themes that were kind of like just with the side stories, or like the side quests and some of the like just the ambiance. And Fallout 4 do it. It's just like, I don't know. There's just more of a, I want to say darker edge or theme to those older games. Do you think they go back to doing that after the show, or do you think they just kind of keep it kind of Fallout 4ish, you know, the Bethesda treatment?
honestly, I would like to see them return to Fallout 3, Fallout 4, kind of grittier, but I doubt that they will. I think moving forward, you know, the new tempo is kind of Fallout 4, kind of like, you know, kind of serious, a little dark, got a little humor in there, like, you know, not quite Marvel-esque, but you know, this like think about it, like, so, you know, major Bethesda game that just came out since you know, Fallout 76 was Starfield. Starfield is nowhere near gritty. It's not. There's nothing gritty in that game. Like, if anything, that game is super lighthearted to be just this open. Like, I feel like if it was a more serious tone and dark vibe to the game, that game would have been much better. But it felt like they took no risk into going into that at all. Like, everything is just clean, everyone's just happy, and it's just, everything is weird. Even when you go against the space pirates, their leader is just like, he's not even like evil, or it's, I don't even know, like, he's kind of nice. It's weird.
Nice. Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird. A game, it kind of has no darkness. It's really weird. But like I said, I think going forward, I don't know. I don't know if the people who made the older games left or something, or maybe, you know, they just got like some kind of metrics that just show like, oh, this works, this tone, this works, this is what's in. But I think that the next game we get is going to be along the lines
No
of
risk
the
taking.
show and Fallout 4.
Yeah, no risk taking, huh?
Yeah, I feel like that's another thing. I miss the risk taking. But I think they're going to play it really safe. Definitely after what they thought Starfield was going to be a hit and it wasn't, I don't think they're taking the risk.
Oh yeah, he right. Oh yeah, you definitely right. I yeah, going back, I've been fucking talking about New Vegas the whole goddamn shit fucking topic. You remember Cook? You remember that?
Yeah, the Raider.
Yeah, the Raider. That yeah, it's just like you know what Cook do, right?
Yeah, he cut the Kims.
Nah, he ain't Cook Kim's.
Oh, the one that eat stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
he do other stuff too. See, like
Oh wait,
yeah, I can't really like.
I remember it was disturbing. But I cut. Was it? Did he violate the bodies?
Yeah, he violated the
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
Yeah, he
I
violated the
remember something
boundaries.
like that. Yeah, yeah. I remember he was crazy. I remember. What, what else did he do? I'm blanking. I remember it was a little crazy.
So you find Cook, right? And like he got them. I think he got like, cause there's not really slavers, but you know, like the theme of like buying slaves and shit.
Yeah.
So Cook, he got 3 pieces of paper if I remember correctly. Uh, he got a guy, cooked his ass, ate him. Got a woman, you know, did what Cook do, and also ate her. Then he got a little girl, and I don't think I gotta finish that one.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
So Cook kind of fucked,
mm.
right? And crazy enough, dog. Crazy enough. This is how like subtle New Vegas is, bro. I gotta give props, bro. Cook's not even like, bro. That's just reading. Like that nigga's like 3 pieces of ownership of another human being that he is behind. He's not a boss. Like that nigga is just like he is a objective to a quest from the NCR to kill him and like 2 other named fiends in that general area. He's not like a whole major quest, nothing like that. He is just a side objective with like the darkest fucking like that shit is what I kind of miss. Cause like, bro, that's the way. There's no law, bro. There's no law to that shit, bro. Niggas can do. That's why I just found it weird.
Yeah, make you feel like it's the wasteland.
Yeah, it's a wasteland. There's no fucking law. That's why I felt weird. I was like, here come what's her Lucy? She just like walking down the middle of this fucking village town. And ain't nobody like haggling her or nothing, bro. But that's like kind of what I expect in a lawless land, right? Cause like when you remember you went to Freeside and niggas would just run out you and try to fucking. You got all these
Yeah,
guns, right? But people trying to mug you, bro. Like, come on now, bro. You're not about to work me over, bro.
yeah. Then trying to scam you.
Yeah, trying to scam you.
Yeah,
So it's like it's kind of missed opportunity. Then again, like I said, bro, these niggas got actual chickens. So like I see it from that perspective, but then I see it from like, what if I never watch Fallout? I'm like, oh, okay, look at this. Yeah, everybody look weird.
Miss Las Vegas greetings, man. Like on the strip, man. People was dirty. They was
Bro,
on,
dirty as
on
fuck.
you know what I'm saying. They was on stuff. They had the brothels.
Yeah,
Yo, it was going crazy on the strip. And then like that cooker story that reminded me, like bro, you remember what happened with Boone's wife,
yeah,
right?
exactly,
You
bro.
go through that game, bro, and it's like I remember as a kid, I was just a fan of just like, Rome in general. There was like a Rome TV show, and at that time it was really big. I always like Caesar and stuff. Like I was just, a fan of like them, like just
Right.
warriors and stuff. So of course, as a kid, also they was like the bad guys to me, you know what I'm saying? But they
Yeah.
was also more badass because they was
Yeah,
using melee weapons and shit.
yeah,
And
they
I
didn't use guns or
melee,
nothing like that, and they
yeah,
didn't use chems.
yeah, it was just skill and
Natural
strength. And
shit.
shit. So
Yeah.
I really fucked with them until I don't know, like when I got older, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through the game and I'm realizing I'm like, hold on. Like I peeped, but I'm peeping that these are slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They are slave trading, and what they doing to these women and children is crazy.
Yeah,
And it's
actually
dark.
insane, bro.
And when Boone was describing like the collar around his wife and that, like what they do it when they called her and they gang
Yeah,
raped her
yeah,
and
bro.
tortured, and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
exactly, bro. And
whoa.
then
And
crazy
then
enough,
we explained her.
he had to kill her.
Yeah, he had to kill her, and that was crazy. And then explain the collar around her neck is just spiked and digging into his, bro. When I went back and played New Vegas, I ain't even wait for the story conclusion. I started killing them off rip. Every Legion I seen, killing them off rip, bro. I ain't even wait.
See, we like minded, bro. When he told me that shit, bro, and I played that as a kid, bro. I was like, hey, man, you know that whole section that the Legion control over there by the rivers.
Yeah,
I was like, hey,
yeah.
bro, we about to go fuck this shit up, dog. Come on, bro.
No, all of them.
All of you know how he get like a little closer. He's like, hey, this Legion territory. I'm gonna start popping them off as I see them. I'm like, hey, nigga, me too, bro. Come on, let's go ahead and get this
Exactly.
shit taken care of. So, and that's just one, like, bro, that crazy enough, Boone, you meet kind of early on. That's like just one companion's backstory compelled me to wanting to delete a faction. That's insane. And, like, I don't get that same vibe from, like, a Piper, or I don't get that same vibe from a Kate. They're just kind of there, right? And they're like, oh, you know, let's go adventure in blue, right? But, like, with, like, Boone, it's like, bro, yeah, I used to be in the NCR, and, you know, they took my wife and shit, and, you know, there's one, the bitch that, bro, and it's crazy because you gotta do a quest for that nigga, right? It's like the same person that sold his wife, he's just in that town, dog, and you gotta figure out, bro, that's,
who did it. Figure out who did it, and then put the hat on them.
yo,
And it's crazy enough because you can actually fail that quest.
yeah, exactly.
Like it's failable. You can actually get the wrong person killed,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
and then he won't be your companion.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like you can just miss out on that, which is like, oh man, it's bad. But I felt like if they would have made it so you had to experience that, that would be playing it safe. But
Yeah.
they didn't. It's so optional.
So
And it's like that's just like the mystique around the game. Like you actually just come across things. That was the love of those Bethesda games. Like that's what made people fall in love with those games. Is stumbling upon things and stories and backstories of a world, and like the world seems lived in already. Like
bro.
before you got there. And only companion I can remember in Fallout 4 was the synth detective dude. He was the best companion to me
Oh yeah,
because
Nick. Yeah, fuck.
yeah, best voice actor. He had a story. I didn't care about any other ones. I think it was one of them, the one that
fuck
you
with Nick.
meet in that the brawler one that you meet by that fighting ring with the Raiders.
Yeah, that's Kate.
Oh, that's Kate. Okay, I forgot her name. Yeah, she was cool. She was cool. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I like dog meat in all the other games, and Fallout 4 he just felt like a dog.
He's just a dog.
Yeah, but in other games, you know what I'm saying, like when you get sick and you know what I'm saying, like you gotta go all the way up there, and then you gotta do these quests and stuff, try to fix his brain. Like, man,
I see the depth that lacks in. Okay, I know we're still talking about Fallout 4. The depth that lacks in Fallout 4, though, like, you remember Veronica in New Vegas? Or no?
Oh, refresh my memory.
She's
I remember.
she's like she's at like a post like on the highway. It's like a post that they sell in trade shit. The NCR's there, and she like,
the Veronica like Rose or something like that.
no, not Cassidy. I think you're thinking of Cassidy.
No, okay, that might be Cassie. The
caravan girl. No, I'm talking about Veronica. She got like a tarp over her, and she's with the Brotherhood, and she like put the power fist.
Okay, I don't remember what about her.
Okay, so pretty much since she's in the Brotherhood, she's really just scouting, right? And you just like really just come across to her, and you just talk to her, and she just want to be your companion after that. And she's like, oh yeah, you know, what do you know about the Brotherhood? And so crazy enough, this fucking Vegas just was like on a whole another level. If you meet the Brotherhood, you will be like, oh yeah, I met them. If you kill them, you get an option to tell her that. You're like, yeah, I killed all them niggas in that base. They was underground hiding like some bitches. And she just becomes like, she was just like, oh, I'm about to kill you. And she will try to actually fight you. And I thought that, I never knew that in the game. Because she can be a companion the whole entire time. But yeah, it's crazy that like I don't have like an example for that in Fallout 4. So I miss the risk of like exploring shit and then like committing to what I've done in the game, coming back to it and getting a whole different experience because of shit like that. And I think for me, that's why like 76 has kind of been like I haven't really had the desire to play it since they kind of fixed it, because like you didn't get that in Fallout 4. I definitely know how like that's paced as an MMO.
You're not getting that at all in Fallout 76.
Right.
Everything is super cookie cutter.
So like that's just been like my main hesitation, and I wish it would kind of not even like I'm not wanting like cook type shit, but I really want like my decisions to end even subtly, bro. Just like everywhere you go, bro, niggas will just talk about different shit that you've done. Like, did you hear about what the fuck did them niggas used to say? Did you hear about Novak? They got that ghoul problem taken care of because I did the quest. And then like did you hear about the NCR? It seems like they saved some people out there. I'm like, yeah, because I did that quest. So like the world's kind of like evolving and adapting. You remember there's like the militia, I'm gonna say this word fucked up, the miscellaneous quests that like aren't like tracked. Yeah, you know those quests that aren't tracked? I did this. This game's crazy. I did this quest for this NCR chick, and she was like, my husband died, and like they left. I think they said like,
oh, they left the body over there and with the mines. You gotta go get it.
Yeah, they left the yeah, and then like they go get it, and they start talking about, and that's not even like a tracked quest. You can just like, if you know the location, you go there and you fucking do it, and they start talking about that shit, and it's like, I don't know, bro. It's just like, it's like, am I asking for too much in video games? Because like they've done it. This is how old is New Vegas? Like 2009, 2010, something like that, bro.
I would also like to point out that they made New Vegas in, I believe, like a year. They didn't have that. They didn't have that much time. They didn't have that much time. So if this is what they can make in so little time,
and shit still had to
I don't even like, bro. Just give them Fallout 76 engine, or give them Starfield's engine, and just let them make a Fallout. I don't like. They don't even need a new engine. They can have the exact same graphics as Starfield, exact same everything. Just let them make a Fallout real quick. Give them 2 years and see what they can do. And I like, bro, everything that game was so top.
They gonna get criticized, bro. They gonna make reports talking about there's too much violence and gore and people getting taken advantage of. And it's like just how they think like RE5 is racist. Yeah, that's still gonna be the articles, bro. I can see it right now.
Maybe, but I don't know. I think it can pass it. When did it? Fallout New Vegas came out 2010, October 19th.
I wanted that game for Christmas so bad. My mama came in clutch, bro. And that shit, little did I know I was playing one of the greatest games of all time, bro. Cause that shit, I go back to that shit, and I'm like, why couldn't Cyberpunk be this? Or why couldn't, Starfield be this? Why the fuck couldn't Fallout 4 be like this, bro? So that really sets the bar as far as like RPGs go to me. I think now would be a perfect time to we're already on the topic of RPGs and Bethesda. Let's talk about their latest entry.
Wait, before we go there. All right, so they gave them Bethesda gave a city 18 months to make Fallout New Vegas. 18 months. Holy shit.
So.
This is what they made in 18 months, bro. The best game. Okay. I'm sorry. I just had to point that out, bro. Like, and this is the AAA game at that.
Yeah.
AAA game in 18 months.
So let's discuss about how it took Bethesda to how many years for Starfield?
I don't know. How many years is that? That's going to. How many years did it take for Starfield? I want to say, was it 10?
I want to say it was 10. I think it was on some Destiny shit, like a good 8, 9. I'm up there with that. We've been making Starfield. I think yeah, since we got Xbox Ones, like the half of that lifestyle, didn't they rumored like after Fallout 4? Because Fallout 4 wasn't even like I think when Todd Howard had that fucking press conference about Fallout 4, he was like, "Yeah, we got a new game called Starfield coming." Yeah, 2015, bro. Oh,
Yeah, it took 8 years. I just looked it up.
ooh,
8 years in
no land
development.
vehicles, dog. Ooh.
And no land vehicles. Not even that. No land vehicles. No 60 FPS.
No 60 FPS, bro. No performance mode, and this is all on
No
console.
performance mode. And this is on their main account. They've been acquired by Microsoft, and they can't even on. It's not even like they need to make a game and need to run on multiple consoles. It just need to run on the Series S and the Series X. And we
PC.
didn't get a 60 FPS mode
No, sir.
after 8 years of development. We can't even get a 60 FPS mode on console. Why is it okay? And then there's no land vehicles. And apparently, I fight the worst thing about this is Todd Howard came out and said that basically they didn't do the land vehicles because of their artistic vision. They wanted to control the pace in which you explore the world, which to me sounded like straight bullshit. How who the hell? Oh yeah, we want to just make sure that you walk in the game. No. The only thing is when you think about it, when has there ever been a fucking drivable vehicle in the fucking Bethesda game? There's been a horse.
That's it. That's fucking it. That's goddamn it.
I think they just didn't want them. They didn't have enough time. I think the game was rushed. And
How?
even though
It was 8 years.
Well, listen, I don't know why they put it. I said, like it's been what 8 months from the game release, and now they better make an update
Now,
with a 60 FPS mode and a 40 FPS mode on Series S.
bro,
So 60 FPS on Series X. Wait, I think it can go in 40 FPS if you want it in like 4K or something like that. If you got 120 hertz TV or something like that, I don't know, something weird. They added like some custom difficulty options, more detailed surface maps, new ship customizations. Like, hey,
do you feel this is 8 months late though?
yeah, hey, hey, your game is kind of bland. We need stuff to explore. We want all these other things. Here's a new couch for your fucking ship.
Bro, I don't even know how to put couches in my ship, dog.
Talk about no fucking couch.
I don't even know how to do that shit, bro.
No, this is typical, but bro, I don't know who the fuck at Bethesda keeps pushing this. Like, you know what? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's me, and maybe because I'm not like a Sims player or something. And like Fallout 4 settlements was heavily pushed. Settlements and capturing the creatures and stuff. And I've seen the friend. I got a friend, Goodman, who did all that, and he went in depth into it. His base looked really nice. He had no mods. There was electricity places. He had signs. He had like the cave pits and like fucking creatures fighting each other and stuff. It was actually pretty cool. I'm not spending time doing that. I don't care. I'm not playing the game to feed people and make a settlement and do all that extra shit. It's cool, I guess. I have dabbled in it. I actually did. I made the base. I got the water. I got the electricity going. I got the base to be self-sufficient.
In Starfield?
So no, in Fallout 4.
Okay.
I did that. But so, let's just be clear. This is what happened in Fallout 4. So in Starfield, I fight their way of that base creating settlement stuff that they push instead of like the core gameplay. It's like, I don't know why they keep heavily focusing on this when you can focus on other aspects. I feel like this is taken away from like other things in the gameplay. This is like a niche. And it's like, maybe it's not a niche because they keep doing it. Because in Fallout, I guess Fallout 76 is a MMO, so I guess that it makes sense to focus on it there. But they also build upon it there. But that makes sense. Like, so you can show people. I've seen people bases stuff. You can show people. So you can be proud and stuff. Whatever. It makes sense there. Why is it like that in Fallout 4? Why was it such a core feature that they already pushed and was so niche? I don't know. I feel like it took away from everything else in the game. And in Starfield, they got this. I give it to it. It's something new. The shipbuilding. I've dabbled with shipbuilding. I don't really care about making a whole new ship from scratch. I have made one from scratch, but I'm on like playthrough 8, so I'm not going through making a
That's
whole nother
wasting
ship
your
again.
time.
Yeah, I'm not going through making a whole nother a ship again. Maybe I do it on like my 11th playthrough. Because spoilers if you haven't beat the game. Um, there you can go through different universes of the game when you beat the game. It's kind of like no, nothing really changed. Maybe some things changed with Constellation. That's it. That's a cool feature. It's really cool. I like to see things differently, but I wish other things changed. And I felt like if they didn't heavily focus on the ship building, other things could have changed.
What do you think? Even though this update's like 8 months fucking late, I don't even know a single person who even like casually plays. YouTubers, friends, I don't even know anybody who really even breaks up Starfield, more or less expecting an update. My question for you, given that you have a lot more time and I have my own opinion, but what do you think is the most lackluster thing that really disappointed the masses for Starfield? Because I don't think this update's bringing anybody new.
I think that the most lackluster thing in Starfield had to be the empty planets.
Empty planets. That's a good one.
There was no reason to harvest on these planets. Yes, you can set up a system. I've seen people go really in depth and have things harvest for you. You can harvest things, but there was no reason to do that because I don't know about other people. When I play Bethesda games, I always end up rich as fuck. There are plenty shops, and they're on a cycle in which they reset the shops, and you could just go there and you could just buy any of the material that you need. In any material that you need, there's a place for it in the shop, and you can buy it. So there's which is cool. It's cool to give me the option, I guess, to skip that harvest and stuff. Because if I had to do it, I would have been miserable. So it's like, but at the same time, it's like, why is it here? Why is it such a core focus when it like they boast about all these different planets in this big galaxy basically, and for like 80% of the planets, something like that, or 90% of the planets, something like that, to not even have any life.
Yeah.
Well, why do I want to go here? Why do I want to explore? Part like we were just talking about Fallout games, but they see right that in Oblivion and Skyrim, like you explore and you get rewarded. You go off and you're not even on a path, but you go off and you look over here and now you seen something, some random something, and it just led you to a quest, a miscellaneous quest, and now it's been hours and you just been exploring and finding shit, and the world starts to open up like that, and that doesn't happen in Starfield. Like, and that's why a lot of the complaints, people feel like it's just a lot of loading screens. I do feel like it's a lot of loading screens after going to play
So
Cyberpunk
many.
after
Oh
that.
my
And it's
god.
like, you know what? Like I planned it initially. I felt like, oh, this is just typical Bethesda. This is what I would expect loading screen wise.
Hell no.
And I got like SSD and stuff. I play it on
Yeah.
PC and on my Series X. So the loading screens wasn't as much. Well, what I can say is the reason why the loading screens felt so frequent is because there wasn't a reason to explore. So in other games, say like, Fallout, hey, you went here, and now you're walking around, you're doing this, you get distracted, you do some other stuff, miscellaneous stuff. There's a whole, so there could be hours in between your next fast travel or something. But in Starfield, it's just like, hey, do this mission. All right, fast travel here. Okay, go do that. All right, get out your ship, run around. Which I give them credit. Wasn't no land vehicles. And fun fact, if you were on console, you couldn't even move efficiently. On PC, there's a way to bind horizontal movement with your jetpack,
Oh yeah.
so you can boost forward, so you can get much further. And then there's different jetpacks. There's like the jump jetpack, and there's the hover jetpack.
Yeah.
There are different jetpacks in the game. And it turns out that the one that's the lightest one, supposed to be fast, the boost jetpack, is actually the best jetpack in the game for movement when you can do that horizontal boost And it's like people wouldn't even have complained as much about the land vehicles if you would have had this in the
The
game.
whole time, or up
And
front.
I haven't went and checked, and they haven't said nothing about it. But I still doubt that they have a feature for console users to have an alternative boost, and I have no idea why, because the alternative boost is in the game. Why don't people have access to it? And people don't even know it's there unless they go through the settings. And then even if you go into settings, you gotta map it. It's like something specific. Like you can't map it as anything. It has to be a button on your mouse. So it's really, really fucking weird.
I don't know. That's a weird design choice.
It's really weird. Like it's almost like that they thought about putting it as a feature and then they second guessed it, but then someone didn't go through all the way and take it out. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Sum it up. You're just in the game. You get a quest, and you just get in your ship. You probably run into your ship, and then you fast travel, get to a planet. All right, let's just map this out. Let me map it out. All right, get the quest. Go run back out the city. Whatever. There's probably a door or something. So, a load screen. Get to your ship. Load screen. Fast travel to wherever you're going. Load screen.
That was
Get to the planet. Then land. Wait. You get to the planet after that load screen. Then you gotta pick where you're gonna go. Where you're gonna land. Load screen. And then you land. Exit the ship. Load screen. And now you're on your mission to do for 10 to 15 minutes. Then you do it all over again.
All over again. Do they not have phones in Bethesda? Bro, my main criticism is literally what you just described. Have you ever met those fuck, I want to call them vault dwellers. That's pretty much what they are. They're stuck in space, and they're like, I want to say they're old, like, they're like first generation humans or some shit, right? So like they're stuck in like our age, right? So they use like our guns, like a standard like 9mm Glock and shit. And they're kind of like stuck in space, and like their ship is really old. So like all the ships around it that have tried to communicate to it can't communicate. So you gotta go up there and like dock on that, and then go like talk to like, I don't know, they fucking president or some shit. Bro, and because they want to colonize the planet that's already been colonized, and they're like, well, can't you go down there and tell them to leave? Bro, that shit, Bethesda, I don't understand. The quest design has to be atrocious, bro. I have to leave my ship, loading screen, go to another loading screen, go to my ship, fly off the ship, bro, loading screen, then go into the plant, loading screen, go into the build, loading screen, and then talk to this nigga. Oh yeah, well, they can't live here, so go tell them to go somewhere else. Alright, so now I gotta turn back around and go fucking fast travel to the thing. Loading screen, next to the ship, dock, loading screen. Go tell them, and they're like, oh, well, if we can't go there, then where can we go? And I'm like, oh my god. So then, like, you gotta go get ship parts. You gotta go get ship parts from a fucking another planet that I've never been to. So, and this is before I had swapped out my graphics card. So every time I would pull up the map, there was a huge chance that my computer would crash. And this is when this game first came out. So every time I would try to fast travel, my game would crash. So at that point, I just didn't use the map. I just like got to my ship and I flew everywhere, which was horrible. So I'd load screen, go back to the new planet I've never been to. So I had to travel to the solar system, which is another load screen. To get to the planet, we gotta do a contraband scan. So wait before you get the load screen. All right. You can land. So I land there, go talk to you gotta pass a speech check. And then at some point, bro, I just said, fuck it. I don't care if I succeed the speech check or fucking fail that shit. I just take the fucking money, bro. Went back, had to pass like an engineering bro. And this quest, bro, I'm like wanting to shoot something, bro. I want to like the quests like these are like fine, right? Like if I was playing like maybe Fallout 4, bro, because I can easily fast travel to things. But when you got all these cells that like prevent that from being convenient, bro, like I can't like fast travel in the ship. I gotta fast travel out in my ship and then dock and do all this. Bro, that was like the last mission I did because I was playing for a whole hour and like I felt like I just wasted my time. I completed the quest, but I didn't do anything fun, and that's like the my main problem with that game is that I don't know what I'm getting into, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be even doing shit. So it was more of like a fetch quest to kind of like tediously travel around the solar system, and I just didn't like that at all. Especially when there's, I'm done. I'm done with Starfield.
Yeah, so it wasn't. I can get it. It probably wasn't even rewarding.
No,
Like
it wasn't.
that was the main thing. Like at least in the other games, if you did a fetch quest, then it actually could lead into a deeper, darker quest, and it can go somewhere. Even though it's miscellaneous quests, kind of felt like quests. You know what I'm saying? They just wasn't super structured. So the miscellaneous things, like in New Vegas, was well written. It wasn't super structured, and you know, a lot of times you might got something out of it, but in Starfield, it just the game wasn't dark at all, and you didn't get nothing out of a lot of the quest.
Nothing
And I don't know, it was kind of boring. This is from a person who has like 111 hours in the game. It just
like I enjoy
like I said,
shooting people. Like crazy enough, now I'm coming to the fact that like I like the combat in Bethesda games. So like I'm not gonna lie, like I like the guns better in that game than I do in Fallout. So like I'm itching to like fight some new shit that I've never seen before. But like the quests are really like I thought you probably know what I'm that faction in Neon. Like the people who
the Raikou Industries.
I think so. Yeah, I tried doing shit for them, and that shit was go here, steal this, go here, bro. I was getting.
Yeah, I did that. Bro, I did the whole quest.
I did not bro. Like at some point, all of my sessions of Starfield was literally go here, get that. That's it. That's all. Yeah. That was the whole entire. And I'm like, bro, I can't wait to do these factions. I should have just went to that fucking when them niggas catch you for contraband until you go kill them bandits. I should just did that. I should just did that, bro. But then like me, you know, I'm just trying to like get into some new shit, just go do my own shit, right? But like I'm just constantly running into brick walls where like I feel like I'm just stunted from doing anything interesting. And like it's really weird because you think 8 years in the making, and like yeah, I was doing the main quest, but a lot of the main quests early on, it's like finding people. You're like literally just be like, yeah, let's go fucking find what's her name. She's on the last time I heard of her, she's on a fucking I don't know. So I'm going places to travel to different planets that all kind of just like procedurally generate the same structures that I was already seeing on like my first planet. So, and I think the only handcrafted one was that for correct me if I'm wrong. I think that first planet we let it with the tutorial. I forgot the name. I think that's the only one they ever fucking touch outside of like the main cities.
There are a few other ones. It's like when you do the quest line. What's that faction called? I'm forgetting. The Vanguard.
The Vanguard.
When you do their faction, yeah, you're gonna have to fight the Terramorphs. There are a few Terramorph type planets that you fight them. Those are handcrafted. That quest line is actually cool. I wish there was more of that in that game. Unfortunately, there isn't. Unfortunately, there's almost nothing like that in the game. Like you said, I've completed all the factions. Vanguard is probably the best. Second best, probably that pirate faction.
You're the second person who said the Vanguard was the best.
That's because you get to shoot shit. You literally get to shoot shit. There's a story. It's an interesting story. There's a little twist in it. There are handcrafted planets where people want in the game.
Would you say it's one nigga I watched said that the Vanguard storyline was more interesting than the main quest? Would you say that?
I would say yeah. I think the Vanguard storyline felt like a well-crafted kind of storyline, and I was sad that it ended, and then there was nothing to do. Damn. Like there was nothing to. It actually felt short too, and I'm like, damn, this is it. Like this is, and it's like it felt even shorter because like you know, I don't want to keep bringing up New Vegas, but like after you got, you do like a New Vegas quest, and it's like other new, I mean, there's like, say you do a quest for the NCR, even, what I'm saying, when you're done with the NCR main quest line, there's like other NCR related things in the game besides the fetch quest, like
Right.
you like do something with that caravan lady who was at the NCR little place. There are other NCR little related miscellaneous quests throughout. Um, and like the one you gotta bring the body back. I think that's the one from that you get from the little base, the NCR airfield base or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's just other quests to do or other things related to that faction besides just like the miscellaneous things. But like with the Vanguard, once you're done, you're just done.
That's
Like
it.
you can go to the bounties and do that, or you can do like the little quest, but it's kind of just over. Like there's just nothing else to do. Like the Vanguard, yeah. And I don't know if anyone mentioned it in the world. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't remember anyone even mention it. They it's just done. Like I don't know. Like I said, I feel like some reason, like I feel like after New Vegas, they just started putting periods in the games. Like, all right, that's done. You close the book, and yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
So do you? I know this is kind of off topic for Starfield, but I'm interested in what you said. Do you think a more interesting narrative, especially for like, let's just say RPGs, because I think that's the best example. Do you prefer like the more open endedness to like certain quests, like it's up for your interpretation? Because that's how I get from New Vegas. Like there's a lot of like sub stories that I can see going down, just exploring different avenues. But like how you described it, it's like that faction really don't exist to you no more after you done.
Yeah.
So, like to me, I'm like, do you prefer more open ended quests, or do you just kind of, fuck it, bro, let's move on, let's just speed run this shit?
Honestly, in Starfield, a lot of that game was me just kind of like fuck it. I'm just going through the motions. Even though I did have some enjoyable times in that game, because I got over 100 hours. It's not like it's a trash game. It just isn't,
The pace is weird.
Bethesda standards. But I would say that it's not like I really have a problem with closing the book on the quest. It's just that
This is a
I
faction we're
don't
talking about.
yeah, it's like this is a whole faction. This is one of the main factions. It's like you're just done and like there's kind of nothing. I think the problem was the emptiness in the game. Like there was a lot of space,
But
no
nothing.
pun intended,
Yeah.
but nothing in it.
There's nothing.
So it's like honestly, I feel like all that space and load screen and shit was just to pad the game. Like I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
what
what
the
I'm
fuck they
thinking
was
too,
doing for
bro.
8 years.
8 years, bro.
Like that
Insane.
shit was to pad the game. There was like I'm telling you, you know what? I just recently was beating Dead Islands 2.
Yeah.
Actually, I started over again on console, even though I got it on PC. I started playing on PC, but I actually enjoyed the game. I was just turn my brain off and play it. And it's a small linear game. I would say you probably beat it in like 3 playthroughs, like 4-hour sessions or something like that, right? But it's actually fine. I wish there was more, but it's whatever. They got DLC coming out, but it's fine. It's actually fine. I feel like for some reason they wanted Starfield to live up to like that, but there's a thing where you put hundreds of hours into something. But I honestly feel like that the game only has around 30 hours of content.
I can see that.
And they stretched that content by just adding filler in there, filler load screen. So now
That was one of their main sell points. Like, yeah, you're gonna have so much. You don't know what you're gonna do. Tower sales. You just gonna have so much stuff to do.
Honestly, I think Ty fucked up the game's expectations.
Yeah.
Like, and you could tell that because towards the end of the game, towards the end, he wanted to kind of taper people's expectations. Well, sorry, he knew it was something up, but like it just wasn't what he said it was. Like it wasn't even a Bethesda game. Like it was a Bethesda game, like a skeleton, but like what's the meat on the skeleton?
No, no.
Like it was just was thin. Like this is recent update where they added like the 60 FPS and the land vehicles and all that. They're also adding, so you don't know, but you played the game. I'm a spoiler for you. I apologize. When you beat the game, you go through the little Nexus, Starfield, whatever type thing, and you kind of go to a different reality, and
Yeah.
you start a new game plus basically. And yeah, you get like this cool Starfield armor and ship. Every time you go through the little Nexus thing, you get more. Yeah, you get more powerful armor and ship. And then, but what's tedious about this also, while I'm just talking this while I'm here, not trying to hamper too long, is all those starborn powers and shit. You actually gotta go and do that all over again and collect those powers.
What?
So if
you don't carry over?
Yeah, no, they carry over. But if you want to upgrade those powers, you have to go to the planets. You have to get the quest, go to the planets, and collect the fucking shards.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you have to do little temple things, and then kill the starborn that comes out afterwards. It's like, bro, this is tedious as hell. And I've done it 8 times. It is only 10. The powers go to 10. I just wanted to match it out, and I can tell you this. The powers are already stronger, and the gunplay is really good, so you don't even need the powers, to be honest. I just use the powers to look cool. So I'm really just leveling up. I'm curious to see what happened. And the only 2 things happen to power, or 3 things. Either they get longer duration, or a bigger radius, and then use less energy. That's all that happens with the powers. And one of them, one of the powers was a slow time, which is the best fucking power in the game, and it trivialized the fucking game. That shit was broken for me. I thought I leveled up to level 2. Anytime I hit the slow time, it just never went off, and I couldn't do nothing in the game.
It just didn't work. In
ships. Yeah, the game was permanently slowed.
Oh,
yeah, I couldn't shoot guns either. Because the guns were just frozen. I could still do melee attacks. But yeah. So I just couldn't use my slow time power anymore. I don't know if they fixed it or not. Maybe they have, but yeah, that was just a bit sad. And again, like, you didn't need the powers. Like I said, the gunplay is really, really good. The combat is good. It's kind of what kept me playing. But one of the terrible things, me, is a fucking stealth major in Bethesda games. Always pickpocketing, always sneaking, sniper, archer, wherever the fuck. The stealth in Starfield is ass.
I didn't even fucking bother, bro. I didn't even bother.
Like, not even ass in a way of like, not OP like other Bethesda games are. It's OP, but honestly, boy, I grinded up to get to this OP. Let me fucking be OP. Let me play my game how I want to play it. But it's like, it's inconsistent. Like, it's inconsistent as fuck. And I'm playing the game, and one of the reasons I went through the industry quest, some of the R, is because you get this fucking stealth little attire that makes you harder to detect, and you get some whole shit. And I got on stealth apparel, a stealth suit, and everything with like stealth enhancements, and it's still hard to fucking stealth, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, why can't I hear me so clearly? Like, I was just getting, bro. A part of that mission is you gotta break into like this like place, and you gotta not be detected. Right. It's like, and you get bonuses, a lot of that stuff, for not being detected. So it's like, bro, this is silly, because I don't know what's wrong with this AI. It's like, it's to the point where like I can't even cross over. I just gotta move up, stop, move up, stop,
move up, stop,
move up, stop.
That's your stuff.
Yeah. I gotta move up, stop, move up. It was so, even like at one point, right? So there's people underneath, right? I'm up on like these it's kind of like just, what's those little pipe things by the ceiling? Vents, like a ventilation system.
Okay.
I'm on there walking, right? It's dark. I got all the stuff, modification, all that. It's dark. I'm up there walking. If I don't move, stop, they will hear me. How, bro? How do y'all know I'm here? and there's nothing I could do. Like I said, but I even had like stuff like the consumables to help too. It didn't matter. It's
It
like,
was like somebody
what is
move and
wrong
stop
with
it.
the stuff in this game? And sometimes I would get seen at stuff, and it's like, what? How did you even see me? Which, like I said, it's inconsistent because sometimes I would be in the middle of the light, crouch, and they don't see me. It's like, so it just made it so like I don't even know. I don't even know how I'm so stealth in this game, and it got to the point where I just didn't bother. I just first Bethesda game I ever fucking played, just didn't bother fucking stealth anymore because it wasn't no point. Like, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. Starfield, I just had some high hopes for the game, and unfortunately, it just did not deliver. Like, but the combat's fun. One thing about Bethesda game, they're already getting better at making their games into a first-person shooter.
Shit, they ain't got no choice. That's the only thing that. Ooh, that's the only
Yeah,
thing
but
that
it's like, at
fucking.
what cost? At what cost?
The
You're not a
story.
first-person shooter, but
Mhm.
what is? I don't know. I don't know. It's to the point. Well, I don't even know if Bethesda could give me the game I'm looking for anymore.
I'll close off on this. During that time, the DLC for Cyberpunk came out, and I never went back. I do need to go back because I actually want to finish the game because I have, a computer that's not gonna crash. But going back to play Cyberpunk though, I didn't. I experienced less crashes. The game was better optimized for my computer, even though I feel like Cyberpunk has a lot more going on, and plus less loading. There's probably like a fucking seamless loading and probably a cutscene that loads into, like, I don't know, fucking free mode. So there's some benefits for Cyberpunk compared to Starfield. So what is your final verdict? Do you think they gonna make a comeback, or is it time to start making Fallout? I mean, Elder Scrolls 2 or whatever. They got Todd Howard and the game got cooked up because I don't know, Starfield and 76 gonna carry it to their next release. That's all I'm saying.
I after I bought Starfield, I mean Cyberpunk, after they did the updates and the DLC, I actually bought like the whole bundle. I went to go play it some. I didn't get to finish, unfortunately. I got kind of busy. That game was like a breath of fresh air. Immediately, it was so immersive. It's the load screens wasn't there. It was darker. I only have like 6 hours, 7 hours in that game, but I loved it. I loved it. It's crazy enough. It was what I was wanting from Starfield, and I just wasn't getting. So I do plan on returning to that game. But as far as,
And it
I
had
don't think
vehicles.
Starfield is going to make that type of comeback. I think it's going to get better. Like, these updates are good updates, but let's say like this update is just something that should already been in the game. But I
Yeah.
know it's hypocritical because a lot Cyberpunk's 2.1 update is just what the game should have been when it first came out. Um, but they improved on that, and I just don't think that Bethesda is going to improve on Starfield that much. Because the problem with Starfield is its core foundation.
Yeah,
That I
agreed.
don't think, like, what,
You can't fix
like,
that.
yeah, like, you can't fix that. It's your core. Like, the core is the mission structure. That's still
it's
there.
it's
Maybe
horrible.
DLC and stuff will help that, but that's still there.
Who wants to come
The
back to
core
that?
is, I'm not getting that Bethesda feeling of exploring and then running into random things, because there's no reason for me really to be flying out in space. Yes, I've seen some things out in space, some quests, but very, very few, and none that really made me want to keep, like, that branched out and made me do other things. So it's like, it's just go here, go there, go there, go there, go here, go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the core of your game, and they can't really fix that. They can try, like, they've been trying to fix Fallout 76, but like I said, I went back and that game still has core issues.
I gotta.
But
I got a question. I know we kind of overboard on this particular topic, but just to kind of compare the two, with Cyberpunk kind of suffers the same thing. I got probably just as much time as you do in Starfield and Cyberpunk, so I'm definitely coming from that perspective of playing this shit too much. But I've noticed with both of the games, just since we're on the topic of RPG mainly for this particular podcast, is that a lot of them kind of lack personality. Like it's weird. Like I'm not saying like Cyberpunk doesn't have an identity as far as just like, because when that game first came out, I had no problem. I really didn't have a lot of bugs. I didn't experience. I just thought the expectation that was set for that game was way too high. But I didn't come into it, just like with Starfield. I gave it a fair shake. I didn't come into it thinking like it was going to be like this idea from a corporate standpoint, you know. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna just give my own opinion, right? So I went into Cyberpunk enjoying it a lot more, but I think with Cyberpunk and Fallout 4, and maybe just Starfield, and you can help me out with that because I haven't gotten that far. But typically, I've noticed a lot of these games, it's just like you make a character in it, but it's your character, but you're really just having the story be its thing, and you can't really stray away from that. You feel like these decisions really lead up to anything, but they don't. So do you think like a lot of those stories or those games like Bethesda, or let's say who makes The Witcher? Oh, CD Projekt Red. And like Obsidian still. Cause I haven't beat the first one. I'm like right there. I need to go back and beat that too. But I haven't beaten
Other Worlds.
Yeah, I haven't beat Other Worlds. But it's just sometimes with those games they feel a lot more linear. And we've been fucking praising the fucking fiddle to New Vegas, but like, you know, choosing them different factions and having that world feel different because of your choices really kind of had you as a character dictate what goes on versus just like, you know, you getting like a personalized like dramatization. That's like the best way I can put it. 'Cause yeah, you can pick your choices, but like they're not really changing too much. And I think when I played Starfield, I didn't really feel like I was like, what's the word? I didn't really feel like I was like playing.
I think I know what you're saying. It lacked player agency.
Yeah.
Like you felt like you were just on a set path.
Yeah.
And that was the path you had to go.
And I had to go there. Like I had to, if I wanted to find some action, I had to go down the story. Even though like I don't know where I'm gonna go to find that, but since the world's pretty like I'm gonna just say, even though it's got all that space, it's just pretty dense. And I'm like, if I stray away from like where I'm supposed to go, I don't know what I'm gonna find. Versus like when we talk about like even in Fallout 4, you're just exploring and there's like two niggas that look the same. One's a synth and one's not a synth, and you know that because like that's the whole story. There's nothing like that in Starfield. You don't have like these random events to fill in you don't have any random events to fill in that drought, I guess. And I feel like I'm just really like edging myself on to go to the next place just to get to like a bit of content, and then I'm going somewhere else to get to another bit of content. And so like with like Cyberpunk, it's like, oh, here you go, fucking just go whatever, bro, do you. So like that's just kind of like the idea that I see with like games like that, but they don't really, I don't see that changing in the future. I don't think we're gonna get an opportunity to make like a character and they have like we can divine them, you know what I'm saying? Like we can make them be like, yeah, this evil marauder legion type person versus just like, yeah, I'm looking for my son. If that makes sense.
I want to say, all right, just a few things while it's still fresh in my mind. Starfield did have a few of those moments. Like I can remember flying across a dead ship and some guys want me to help them, and you go in there and apparently the people on the ship died. Apparently it was just like an AI that they used with the ship. And the ship, I don't know. You have to make the choice between like capture AI with like the mercenaries or whatever, or kill the mercenaries or whatever. And like you beat that AI ship. I chose to let the AI go and still kind of talk to the AI and whatever. And I mean, it kind of made sense. So, but maybe I'm forgetting a little bit what the AI did. But Yeah, you meet that AI throughout the game, and the
Oh,
AI kind of evolves because the AI is on the quest now to like evolve and like learn because it's become awakened. So you meet that AI throughout the game. That was kind of cool. Um,
okay.
there's a few things. There's a few things like I remember killing some of the Eclipse, and I found like this note, and this note was to a treasure, and you kind of go on that miscellaneous quest, and yeah, you get like this little silly armor at the end. So there's a few things. There's a few things sprinkled in there. But it's not nearly enough. It's not nearly as much as like what's in New Vegas. Um, as far as like the linear bit in Cyberpunk, I want to say, well, I felt like I was okay with it because I was okay with just being V because I knew I was going to be V. So I knew that this story, even though I have decisions in here, ultimately it pushed me towards this way. But that was more fine with the way that they went about it and how cinematic it was and how everything kind of grabbed you and how well produced it was. And with Starfield, that's just it was like that. It's like just cookie color, You kind of go on your own about this. Even like the Vanguard quest line is a really good quest line. You got some choices in there, but ultimately it's like the same outcomes.
Yeah.
So yeah, like even the last choice you get where it's like, how do you want to take care of the terramorphs? You got like some ups and downs. I think I did it twice, and like I chose different options, and there wasn't really an up and down in the game. So it was like, what? I don't know. Like I said, it was weird. So
I don't hate it from
on.
Cyberpunk though. I mean, like, yeah, I don't hate it. It's just sometimes I feel like we don't have a lot of like AAA like a AAA RPG, like a role playing game like that feels like it is a bit more like controlled as far as the narrative is. And that's
I
kind of
can't say. Oh, I mean, cut you off. You can finish.
nah. This is gonna be short, and I think that's just kind of like my main like I don't know like you don't I don't want to bring up New Vegas again, but yeah, I think that's just like
I know. I
my
know what
main
you're
thing.
looking for.
Yeah,
I know we've been happy on this for a while. We gotta move on, but like,
yeah,
so that's why I was trying to get it out there because I know what you mean. You want the player agency. You want to feel like that you're creating the world around you, that you're affecting the world around you,
yeah,
and not that you're on a set path. Even though you have a set path, you want it to feel like you don't have to take that path, and also give you other options because you want to be something different. And I would say that the perfect game for you, even though I ain't played it, I've seen other people play it, it's probably Baldur's Gate 3.
yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3. I've seen people who don't even like RPGs like that, love that game in the story. You can literally do anything you fucking want in there. It got so many options, so many. Honestly, like I said, that's why I won Game of the Year. Like I've watched 4 people play that game, and here and there, off and on. No, I didn't see the same thing twice.
Okay.
Like it's actually crazy, and it's multiplayer. So it's like I said. I honestly, if it goes on sale, I say you should just try it out. It might scratch and it's a AAA game, and it might scratch that itch that you're looking for. It just won't give you that first person shooter feel.
I need my guns, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but speaking of game of the year, I wanted to transition because we had some talks, and the only reason I said that was because like Spider-Man 2 was a runner-up, and Sony fans really get upset when their games don't win the game of the year, but I don't get it. I didn't think Spider-Man was gonna win, but it seems like um, Horizon Zero Dawn. Now you've played this. I haven't played it before, but it seems like it's leaving the PS Plus, which is an exclusive for the PlayStation. So it's kind of weird that game's going away, and it's that's their Game Pass thing, right? I'm not too familiar with it.
Yeah, I also seen that article, and honestly, I mean, they never said that PlayStation Plus is like the competitor to Game Pass, but come on, it's
Yeah,
their competitor to Game Pass,
yeah.
and I like it's like I don't know how they justifying their core game leaving their own pass. What, it's like I just feel like if I went and bought a PS5, what, and I'm already paying for like the highest subscription of PlayStation. Why can't I just like what are you taking it off for? Like why do you want me to buy the game?
Well, rumors speculate that they're gonna give it Spider-Man treatment, but it seems like people are a little worried about that because they might not remaster the game. So I guess that would be my best guess. But at the same time, this is like a PlayStation exclusive, so. Like, what if I, like you said, wanted to get a PlayStation, and I miss playing this game, right? But now I can't play it with my PS Plus that I already bought. I have to now go out of my way to pay for the game. So it kind of leads, like, what else can they take off the PS Plus that's like a PlayStation exclusive? Like, is Days Gone on there? Can they take that away? Because
Yeah,
that's
I honestly don't know. I mean, I guess getting in these passes, you're always renting games. Even Microsoft take games off, but
right.
they don't take off their main games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could probably pull up Game Pass right now, and
Hey, let's take
I'm
Halo
pretty
Infinite
sure
off.
all the yeah, it's like they're not trying to take off their main games, and it's just weird. And I know PlayStation people probably going to defend it like it's not Game Pass, but I don't. It's like you're a Sony, you don't have to pay to keep this game on here. Why? Like I said, it's like maybe they're going to give it Spider-Man treatment, but I would say that doesn't make sense. I feel like the Spider-Man only got the Spider-Man treatment, like yes, because of the new console, but also because they was gearing up to put it on the PC. Horizon Zero Dawn the complete edition is already on PC because I have it, and let me check my hours. I have 36.5 hours in the game. I beat the game, so like I said, it's already on PC. What the I don't know. What's the reason to remaster this game?
You think
Is
Sony fanboys care? Not
And
that.
honestly, Sony fans don't like Horizon that much, so I don't see any reason to like. This isn't Last of Us.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to remaster this game. Only thing I can say is if Sony just pull a right at the have and like, hey, we got a Horizon show coming out, and maybe with the launch of that show, then they had like a Horizon Zero Dawn remastered up to par with the graphics of the second game.
We about to make
Then,
y'all
then,
pay.
but I don't know. What's your thoughts on it?
I find it weird that it's an exclusive from that's getting kind of because we're gonna talk about some taking away and giving back here in a minute, but yeah, I find it weird that we have and I'm not trying to offend nobody or calling them PlayStation fanboys or shit. There's PlayStation fanboys, Xbox fanboys, PC fanboys. Everybody got their fucking fan group, right? I just don't know a lot of PlayStation fanboys who talk about Horizon though. Like, I think when the first game came out, people liked it. But the thing with me and like exclusives with Sony, they're kind of like a come and go thing for me. Like we kind of had a topic for discussion that we wanted to tackle about like gamers playing older games versus newer, and I think PlayStation games probably suffer the most because they are single player. Most of them are just single player exclusives. So I don't see like a prominent like multiplayer or live service themed around things. So sometimes I feel like these games kind of just come and they go and they're not really talked about. I think Spider-Man's really the people the most that people care about, which is understandable. It's fucking. When was the last time we had a fucking Spider-Man game? So I think with Horizon Zero Dawn, I feel like this is gonna be one of those things that like a lot of people don't care about, but a lot of people should be aware that they're removing a PlayStation exclusive from their PlayStation service, which is just it's like if Xbox decided to say, hey, we acquired Activision, we're not gonna put those Call of Duties on them old Call of Duties on Game Pass. Actually, we're gonna take a lot of our catalog out. Like it's just a weird move, I think. But I don't think that's gonna bother them for real, if you ask me.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's more of a concerning thing, but I don't think PlayStation people are going to care that much. And I feel like me as the outsider, I don't even have PS Plus, so it doesn't really affect me. I just think that it's a weird thing to do in gaming. Like again, PlayStation already, kind of pushed that $70 price tag. Before other people, like only person who was really pushing that was like, $2K. They was pushing like, even some people were still not doing the $79 price tag, but PlayStation once PlayStation okay, we knew it was set in stone. It was normalized. And I just feel like that, I just think it's concerning. People know, you get these subscription services that you're renting the game, but it just feels greedy to take off a game that you own, so you don't have to pay anybody for it to be there. You just want people to have to buy it, and to me that just feels greedy because they're already paying for the service.
Kinda shady, yeah. Y'all PlayStation fans be really passionate about some of y'all exclusives. Here's an exclusive y'all can be passionate about. A Metal Gear game is stuck on a PlayStation 3, and I have no way of fucking playing it. So if y'all can advocate for that, that'd be great. Because I don't know if you remember, I think it was like a PlayStation event some time ago, and they was all like, "Yeah, we want Bloodborne on PlayStation 5." Or I think PlayStation didn't Bloodborne come on it wasn't PlayStation 3, it was PlayStation 4, right?
I think it came out PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Like, why don't we get Bloodborne on PlayStation 5? Just remaster or port it or some shit. I'm like, nah, buddy. There's just one game that's trapped in PS3. And I feel like Sony, I don't understand. They have games that are, I don't think Metal Gear's the only one. There are games that need to be on the PlayStation. Like, I think they are, but they're kind of just stuck. Like, you can't own them, like you said. So it kind of puts you in this predicament. Like, the only way that I was able to play that game was renting PS Plus and then streaming that game because I couldn't download it for whatever. Like, some of those games in that catalog, you can't download. Or if I'm recalling that correct, I couldn't download the Metal Gear games that I was trying to play for whatever reason. So I had to stream the whole entire thing. And that shit's kind of, you streaming a game over Wi-Fi, that's just kind of buns. But I think for whatever reason, I don't know, there should be a focus of getting some titles past their PS3 or PS4, so like the accessibility to play those games are easier. Because like, I'm not about to go out of my way to get a PlayStation. I don't even have a place to hook that up right now. So, like, I'm not about to go out of my way to get a PlayStation 3 that can be priced at whatever price on a Metal Gear CD for, I don't even, like, I'm not about to pay that much for that game when, like, that shit should really be easier to get, right? I want to consume fucking content, bro. Give me the goddamn accessibility to do that. So, like I said, it's just weird that they removed this. But, I mean, like you said, it really don't affect me, but it should be an eye-opener for some of you PlayStation owners, so keep your eye out. And keep your eye out, PlayStation owners, because it seems like you guys really, really, really like Sea of Thieves. Seems like you sent me an article about some of the reviews for Sea of Thieves that a lot of PlayStation users are enjoying. A lot of them. And also, a lot of them enjoying another Xbox game, Grounded. which is really interesting because a lot of PlayStation fanboys always talk about they don't fuck with our games, and our games are our games are ass. So it's interesting.
Hold on, man. We never beat no shilling allegations when you just call them our games.
Well, like, okay, but no. No, I mean our games as in like I own Game Pass. I have an Xbox, right?
No, our games. Oh, the fanboy.
No, I'm not here. Okay, hear me out. I'm not a fanboy by any degree. I just like, I fight fire with fire, but I just need an explanation for this. No, this what they be.
It's not your fire to fight with. Don't go to Microsoft with they fire.
It's for the memes. Leave me alone. But no. It's all seriousness, dog. Seems like they fucking with Sea of Thieves and Ground. Hey, if anything, I ain't even played these games in a long time, alright? And when I was playing them, I was still actively playing for Game. I think I still got Game Pass for something else. So how do you feel about those PlayStation guys really enjoying those Xbox games? Not our
honestly,
games.
It is a surprise to me. Like, people kept saying, Xbox don't got no games. Xbox don't got no games. We're like, yo, here you see Thieves. Sea of Thieves is trash. Xbox don't got no games. Hey, here's Grounded. Grounded is trash. Xbox don't got no games. Hey, here's Hi-Fi Rush. Don't like care about no music game. Xbox ain't got no games. And then all these games come to PlayStation. Like, oh shit, these games are fire. Ooh, Xbox ain't got no games.
Yeah, that's what they said.
You mean? It's even crazier that like those games are in like the top 5 selling games on PlayStation. It's like, why are Xbox games outselling PlayStation games? Maybe it's just newer, so it's newer. Well, we have to see. It's something we have to keep a close eye on and look to see, like, if in a couple of months, Grounded is still outselling,
what PlayStation game?
Spider-Man or something like that. Then okay, it's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah, I don't know. We just have to see wherever the next PlayStation exclusive game to come out. If it's not in the top 5, hey, PlayStation fans got to take the L.
What is the next PlayStation exclusive coming out?
Honestly, I do not know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What? Have they announced anything?
I don't even know, bro. God of War, that DLC already.
Last of Us remake again or something? I don't know. They canceled the multiplayer, so whatever.
Oh yeah, they did. I don't know, man. I just get tired of them always talking shit, dog. And then like fucking Xbox fans. Well, we got Halo. I'm like, bro, that's not a good argument, bro.
Halo's.
We all play the same games, dog. See, I hate the war, but y'all niggas just sometimes be doing too much. Speaking of Sony doing too fucking much, Helldivers 2, a hell of a acclaimed game, came out on release. People fuck with it. A lot of people fucked with it. So much to the point where a lot of people on PC got the game. And we're having a really good time with the game. But unfortunately, I think as yesterday as this recording, Sony announced that people who own the game on Steam are going to need to sign in with a Sony account. However, this means that some countries don't have PSN network in their territory. So, a lot of people just kind of shit out of luck for a little bit to play the game that they paid for. But then they kind of walked it back because the game got review bombed. I think a lot of YouTubers and Twitter was popping off. Just a lot of commotion for such a little thing. We talked about it a little bit. We discussed that people are kind of making a big deal out of nothing, but I don't know, man. What's your thoughts on this particular conundrum?
I would say, honestly, I did not think it was that big of a deal. I mean, with the whole theme of Helldivers and the community and gathering, it was even PlayStation people wanting Helldivers to come to Xbox. Like, yo, we need them to fight the war against the bugs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was really cool to see. A game to reach across the pond So I mean, yeah, and Helldivers is really popular on PC. Like I think it was like reports like that Helldivers is in like the top, like the seventh highest grossing Sony published game in history, which
Mm,
is wild.
mm.
And without PC players, it wouldn't even rank among the top 20. So I mean, that is a shit ton of PC players.
Hey Sony,
So
maybe y'all should focus on multiplayer. No, I'm just going.
yeah. So, I mean, honestly, I feel like Helldivers is like has been like a hit for like Sony multiplayer wise. They really did their thing on there. I don't have Helldivers. Everything I've seen, people love the game. I haven't seen anyone dislike the game at all, which is like I haven't even seen a criticism of the game until they did that thing
Yeah.
where you have to connect accounts. Which for me, like I said, I've played games and they're like, "Oh, start an account." Yeah, it's slightly annoying. It takes like 1 minute, 2 minutes the most. I make an account, boom, it's over, it's done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was that big of a deal. I feel like, maybe for Steam, one of the reasons I like being on Steam, being Steam Play besides the free online, is that I can change my name if I wanted to. And sometimes, like if I play a game, say like if it's something like Helldivers, like a community thing, and I want to like role play, or if I wanted to be Sergeant Reese, I change my name to Sergeant Reese or something like that, or Reese BG, like Reese Bugkill or something. Like, it's like, what if I just wanted to like, really, role play in there.
Nah, with your Sony account,
And
you
yeah, if I had a Sony account, what if I now need to have my Sony name pop up in the
yeah,
game? I can just change it, whenever I want. I feel like
reset
that
some
would,
numbers.
yeah, I feel like that would suck. You know what I'm saying? And then, I don't know about Sony, but they may have to pay to change their name. I'm not doing that, bro. So I feel like I can't see some people have other, like, besides it not being available in other countries. I've seen people have other complaints about just making the account in general, and that even though they did talk about the account being needed from the very beginning, it wasn't really enforced. And now that they want to enforce it after so many people bought the game, and again, a lot of people bought the game off the hype. This game was
Right.
hype as hell. This is like one of the biggest games. I like Power World or some shit, and this game actually outlived Power World, because even until very recently it was one of the really top played game. Power World kind of died off. So this game actually had that like lasting staying power, and I feel like a lot of people got the game even if they wasn't interested in the game before. Like they seen content, on social media, TikTok, whatever, and it's like, oh, I'm going to get that game because the game looks really, like, I've seen content, I'm like, damn, I want to get this game.
Yeah,
I just
me
haven't got
too.
it yet. But so it's like
Looks like a fun game.
those people who just went, they just went to Steam and they bought the game. Like they're usually, they didn't go to Steam and they didn't scroll all the way down and look in it,
Hell no.
seeing like the requirements, like, oh,
Hell no.
a Sony PlayStation account will be required. And when they loaded up the game, it didn't say that this account is required. So they probably, so they were just blindsided. And even though it's a small, inconvenience, like some people don't even want to like download like Epic Launcher and stuff. So like if the game come out, like,
It's only on Epic.
like
Dead
yeah,
Island
like Dead
2.
Island 2, only
Yeah.
on Epic. And people was like, I'm not buying it, and they waited to come see. Some people really be standing on that. They will wait years for that game to come to Steam. Dead Island 2 came to Steam just recently, and people review bombed it. Not even because it's a bad game, but because they waited so long. And when they booted up the game, that shit told them they need to connect to their fucking Epic account. So they waited for nothing. They could have just bought it on Epic because they still got to download the Epic launcher.
I don't want to give Epic my credit card information.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I don't give Epic my credit card information, but I guess people, really private about the information, which I understand.
You think them same people not gonna get GTA until it come out on Steam?
I mean, GTA probably not going to be on Epic, so.
No, I mean like,
Yeah.
It's only gonna be on console. So you think they gonna wait a whole year till it come on Steam?
I think
That FOMO gonna be crazy.
I honestly
mean,
do not know.
That's GTA Online 2 gonna come out too, bro. This is
yeah. So the thing is, GTA Online is gonna be so fucking big.
Yeah.
And it's like if it's not on PC within that first year or so, you're going to have to get it on console. Like if you like GTA, even if you probably don't like
You
that
probably
shit's
ain't,
gonna be
bro.
big.
Everybody gonna
So
be playing that
you're
shit.
gonna definitely like say like you do content, you do the role
Right.
play content. I know they're working with 5M, so they're going to probably have something for the role players, and it's going to be even bigger because I feel like that they're going to have something for the role players for the console role players. So it's probably like, what if they just bring 5M to like console or something? Like it's probably just going to be crazy.
I hope
And
so.
and yeah, so it's like, you know, if you're say you're like a role play content creator, you actually kind of gotta get
You
GTA 6.
obligated, bro. You gotta get it.
So yeah, so
I guess that situation is different from the Helldiver because, like, so my big thing, like, okay, uh, we not like a fucking whatchamacallit, like we not we're not a podcast that we go back and forth for arguments, but I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I think it is kind of shameless to like not have that displayed forefront, and then like kind of rip them niggas off because like you essentially told people who paid for it already in the country. Like we discussed this, bro, that they actively sold in the countries in the regions that weren't on that listing, and then like, yeah, well, guess what? If you don't have a PSN network or you can't make a PSN account, you can't play the game. You get your refund back. And so like, I didn't think it was. I'll stand with you. I didn't think it was gonna be that much of a big deal because I was like, oh yeah, well, like shit, just make an account. But I could get it. I could like see people who have played it already and got all that time and was playing with their friends and shit. And now you're telling them they can't do that because they live in a different country, which is kind of fucked. So, and then we kind of discussed on like why would Sony, first of all, like start to enforce that. I fucking heard that it was because like they're trying to prevent security or hack. I don't know. It's hard to say. But that was kind of the reason that they gave for it. Which I don't know if Sony's like the best security infrastructure. I do recall a point in history where they whole entire system
the
got
Lizard Squad.
the Lizard Squad took them
Lizard
niggas out
Squad,
for like a
yeah.
week, dog. That was
Christmas time come up, hey, a Lizard Squad about to hit you.
y'all fucked me over, bro. I was at my uncle's. He had a PlayStation 3, bro. I couldn't play that bitch online, bro. I had to play Call of Duty campaign and zombies, bro. Best time though. I fuck with zombies.
Zombies is really the shit, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They really put you on.
Yeah, bro. I fuck with the zombies, bro. So like, yeah, I can understand on like why people are frustrated. I didn't think they was gonna go to the extent of review bombing because like that looks bad for like not the publisher but like the developers, right? Because like you have been nothing but like active with your community. You've been nothing but like adding like, you know, features that people want, and I feel like the Helldivers like developers, they really like care about their game, which is a lot. Saying that these days, bro, is a fucking lot. Like niggas that actually care about the quality of their game is really asking for a lot nowadays, and it's kind of sad that like this game that people were gonna more likely nominate for Game of the Year is now tainted because like some big wig at Sony said, hey, make sure all them people sign in with a PSN account so we can have a boost in our numbers. So I think it's kind of fucked up. I think Helldivers 2 was a really interesting game that I wanted to get into. After this though, I don't know, I might wait till that motherfucker die down a little bit before I start jumping into it. And it's not because of like it's not about the principle of making us like that like we've discussed, like that shit's simple. It just takes like a couple clicks, an email, password, cool. But then like I'm thinking to myself, like everything that I've like even on the Xbox, like I still have to, if I want to play one of my Far Cry games, I have to sign into a Ubisoft account. Or if I get on Steam and play GTA 5 or GTA 4, any Rockstar game, I still have to sign in with a Rockstar account. I don't use that bitch, but they still want that information. So it's not an inconvenient thing, but I can understand it from the perspective of like having it and not having it. So hopefully Helldivers 2 developers hang in there, because you know how niggas be, they be weird, they be sending death threats and shit, and I just don't, that shit's just kind of overboard over some weird, but they don't got nothing to do with that stuff. So what do you think about them walking it back?
Honestly, I think walking back was the smartest choice that they was doing because PC players not only made it an uproar, they was also standing on that shit, which I do
Stand
love to
on
see. Even
business.
though it is such a, like I said, it seemed like a small thing until it came around to like those. I think it was like 100 and something countries that
Yeah,
couldn't make a PS account. So, and then Sony doubled down and they just took that shit off the stores in those countries.
that's
So
fucked up.
like, damn, they just took the fucking game. And it's like, and like those people, like they didn't just automatically refund them. So I think they had to request a refund, which is everyone knows that that's scummy because most people do not hit the refund option. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's definitely, like I said, it just was a like, yeah, it's better that they walked that back. Proud of the PC niggas for actually standing on that. The reviews, that shit got review bombed to shit. Like I seen somebody
You
on Twitter
bomb.
post
Hella right.
like the shit was had a lower score than Fallout 76.
Ooh. You know what don't got a lower score than that? Overwatch 2. I'm just joking. We don't have anything to transition to Overwatch 2.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think the player numbers went down. So I just brought the Steam charts.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, let's see. So I'm looking at like the 30-day. Yeah, so like as of 16 minutes ago, only 45,000 people was playing. Peak in the last 24 hours was 109,000. Probably people coming back, but it was at like 130,000 just like a month ago within the past 30 days.
So what is
And
the thing they gonna do now though? Cause like now people who they've already kind of I don't know, like I don't know. It's a weird scenario. I don't know if I've ever like they've walked it back, right? But like, what about the people? I don't know. It's weird because like now, like who loses all that money? I don't know, bro. It's weird. I'm not about to overthink it
yeah,
like
and then
that.
like the people who refunded the game,
Yeah,
are you just gonna buy the game again?
yeah, exactly.
Or
That's what I'm thinking
can
about.
you buy the game again on Steam with your refund? I don't know. I don't know how that works.
So like I'm confused because I don't know. It's just a weird like they didn't stand on business, but they definitely these passionate ass PC niggas. I wish they would do that a lot more for
Yeah,
certain
I
games.
wish everyone wanted to did that when games start to hit $70,
Yeah,
but they didn't, and you had apologists like, actually, games need to be $70 because developers put so much money and work so hard. Is like, okay, that's cool. But also, games are making so much more money than
so
they
much.
used to make. Instead of people like body coded getting like millions of dollars a year, how about we give developers a pay raise? How about that?
Oh
I
hell
think
no,
that'd be
hell
better,
no!
right?
You want our cost
Yeah,
of production to go? Hell no! You crazy, bro? See
yeah,
that's why
yeah.
you're not in the industry, bro. Because you making better moral choices than me. I'm a non-moral man, dog. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I have these niggas up in here like Rockstar, working endlessly. You want to see your family? Not tonight, nigga. You about to work 20-hour shifts. Your bed right behind you, right behind your desk chair. You go to sleep. Nah, brother.
But no, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like that if we don't need. I don't know. Like some game what, didn't Spider-Man cost like 100 some million something to make? Why are you? I don't think that game need. Whatever, maybe it did. I don't know. It was a
Where all
great
that money
cinematic
going
game.
into though? I don't
But
know, bro.
I'm just like, what does where does all the money go into? Is it paying the voice actors? Is it the advertising?
Hell no.
Well, what is it? And it's like, how do you expect to recoup on that? Is actually insane.
Hell no.
But that's what the $70 price tag comes in. It's like, I don't know, bro. I don't want to be charged, because of whatever y'all trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like games like Rise of the Ronin come out and people talk about the graphics and shit. It's like, bro, let's talk about the gameplay. People's like it looked like a PS3 game graphic wise. No, it didn't. It looked like, a upscale PS4 Pro game. It wasn't like a Ghost of Tsushima good, but
Single
it was
player
cool
with
and the
yeah.
gameplay is good and it ran smooth. I don't know.
Yeah, I
You
remember this
know,
game.
like talking about graphics like that is why we're getting game companies spending $100 million
Yeah,
on the game,
so do
and
you
now
think
we gotta
that's
pay
the
$70.
problem? That we get like these games that I don't want to say like quote unquote look better is what goes into, because like that's weird, because I feel like most of these games have some aesthetic like themes to kind of like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know, it's an argument that I can't really delve into because we're not game developers. We just see and hear shit. A lot of that money or a lot of the budget that goes into that, like that Ratchet and Clank game made fucking $6. Like that shit barely broke even. So it's like, are people playing these games, or like is there a lot of money going into it that's not like going to the right places? Like where's all the, like, okay, for example, I'm gonna say this so I could just like have myself say, I've said it probably last time we did this, bro, but I really think when GTA 6 come out, uh, that's gonna make or break the industry, because that shit, we already know what GTA 5 did when that shit came out. That shit broke records. There was how much money went into that game? Like 200 million, and we're talking about a game that released for 2 generations ago. That's like now. I don't think some people understand. We're already like past at a halfway point for this console generation. Like Rockstar, low key set people up to like pay for this game like 3 times for real. So it's just really interesting what play is going to be played with just Rockstar, because you know niggas are going to follow suit, and whatever they do, like, that's why I'm like, I hope the game is good, right? But it's Rockstar, right? They didn't fuck up Red Dead Redemption 2 besides the online. So like, I'm optimistic, but like here lately, bro, it's like everything that come out is either been led to disappointment from like these like known like, bro, we just had a whole segment talking about Bethesda and how like these are like contrast different like games with different heads at like making these games,
Yeah.
and like the tone changes change, the dynamic to how we experience the games. It's just like real, like to me, again, I don't know, at the beginning of the podcast we was talking about like our favorite games, bro. GTA 4 story, I don't think they're gonna get anywhere close to that. Especially how like to me, like we've had this discussion before. I just want to get it on a podcast so I don't have to ever mention it again. I just think GTA 5 story, just the story, was probably like the Fallout 4 comparison. Like it took it,
Oh yeah, the tonal change.
yeah, like it didn't take as much risk. The characters felt more,
Safe.
yeah, more safe. They didn't really put themselves in difficult. Like the story's not like I'm not asking for things to be like this convoluted over. I'm not asking for games to be Metal Gear. Like that shit's way too much. So I don't expect video games to be that. But like whenever you establish like a route, I feel, or a certain theme with with Fallout. Like Fallout's the best example because that's a land with no law. So when we talk about like really fucked up people living in a lawless land, do you have characters that are like Cook that really establish the theme of this is a fucked up place that has no rules or ethics or none of that shit? And I think because there's so many casual people, and I'm not saying casual people playing videos is bad. I just feel like when a lot of people casually are interested into something, then they don't expect more out of it. They would rather appreciate what they're familiar with. Like, bro, I remember playing, like, bro, I'm somebody who's played all the Grand Theft Autos, bro. A lot of them GTAs are kind of fucked up. And I know that says it for like a lot of people, because a lot of people have also played Grand Theft Auto. But for some strange reason, when all the games I've played, GTA 5 has been like the lead compared to even Red Dead, just the same studio, bro. Compared to Red Dead Redemption, I don't see it, bro. So it's just a make or break for me for that. I know we kind of just steered away from like. I know we steered away from the whole like Helldivers thing, but it's just a really interesting topic because I think I don't know. Like that's a really big game changer coming into like 2025. So
Yeah, I honestly, it was rumors that the game was gonna cost like $100, and
for
to be
GTA,
honest,
bro,
yeah, and to
and
be
niggas gonna
honest,
pay for that.
people they would get away with it. They would
Yeah,
absolutely get away with it, and I would be distraught, bro, because I can't do it. I can't do it. Like morally, I can't do it. I can't spend $100 on the game on one game.
that's
I
probably for the
can't, bro.
standard, like, bro. And like,
And it might just be like a standard, like
yeah,
not even like no, I can't. I don't care unless it's a business expense. I'm not spending that money.
make it a
on the game,
business
bro.
expense, man. Make it right, right off like your taxes and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. I make a business expense, but that's the only way I'm doing it. Cause like, bro, $100
bro, just a single
for,
game, bro.
and then it's like, bro, if they do that, that sets
Set a
a new
tone for
tone,
the
a new
industry,
tone.
bro,
And it's like, hold on. They can do this.
and get away with
We
it.
can do it too. And it's like, it's like a thing. It's like that's gonna be so confusing because we just recently hit $70,
Hit it,
and now it's like, so wait. So we can charge $100 and some dollars for a game. Then what's to stop Activision from doing it? What's to stop EA from doing it?
Yep.
What's to stop 2K from doing it? Nothing. And you would. It's like the theory where some people like to say, "Oh well, this game got so much content, so packed and stuff.
Bullshit, bro.
I would gladly pay $100." Like it's even like a discussion. Like some people, I think like one of the co-workers or whatever, were like at the head at like top EA was like saying like, "Oh, some games are so good, I believe we should tip." Or like you feel
Tip?
like you want to tip or something. Like, why the fuck am I tipping a game developer? No. The company needs to pay them. I like the game. I bought the game. Other people like the game. Bought the game. Pay them. Pay them extra money. They supposed to get a bonus or something for a game. Like, no. Why I want? I've never played the game. And it was like, even though I love the fuck out of BioShock and I love Fallout, and I show that I buy DLCs and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I spend extra money, but I'm not just gonna tip though. Like that's like in this economy, you want me to tip for a game? I can see if it was like an indie game or something. I have given indie games some money and stuff, just cause I want to support and stuff. But like, you want me to tip a company that's paying a CEO millions of dollars a year?
Your budget was like $1 billion? Oh no, bro.
Yeah. Like I don't understand why. And you know, it's like, and then it's like, okay, so because of how big a game is, then what are we doing? Are we raising prices now? So next Assassin's Creed come out with
$90.
80 with a big ass map bigger than all Assassin's Creed games put into one.
$90.
You know, then now is that $100 game? They already just tried to Ubisoft already tried to sell us a quadruple A game as they called it.
Quadruple
fucking
A.
yeah.
Or Mirage?
No, Skull and Bones.
Oh,
was
hell
a
no.
quadruple A game. They said, "Oh boy, that shit was terrible," and they became a meme. But it's like, okay, that or are we supposed to pay $100 for a quadruple A game? Like what's the rules? And then you got things like, you know, if you want to talk pricing, Nintendo's charging $60-$70 for game. Their games
exclusives or anything.
Yeah, they're exclusives. Like I believe Tears of the Kingdom, I'm sorry, is $70, and that came out in 2023, and that's $70.
What the fuck?
And again, I believe this game caps out like 720p or something like that, or 800p or something. I don't even think it's 800p.
But the thing is, you can only get that on Nintendo. You can only get that on the Switch, so you have to take that. And like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I ain't never seen Tears of the Kingdom on sale. Maybe it go on sale one day, whatever. And like I said, it's like, bro, this game, you mean to tell me a game that can fit on a small ass cartridge is $70? I don't believe it. I don't understand. Like, yes, there's some creative and innovative shit in here. I just don't, bro. Or I'm paying $70 for an ashy ass Zelda game that don't even have consistently 30 FPS, and it's not in fucking 4K and nothing like that. This bitch is like under 1080. Like what? How does that make sense? So like I said, it's like they already pushing this for 70. So who's to say fucking the next Legend of Zelda game after GTA 6 comes out, they just don't make it $100? and it's a Nintendo game. And they're gonna buy it, and it's just gonna be terrible. It's gonna, and then just because they can't do that, fucking Sims 5, $100.
$100.
What are people gonna do about it? And like, I guess you can stand on it, like people with Helldivers.
Nah,
But
you ain't gonna,
we know the people
niggas
like
gonna break, bro.
that happens, but that only happens so often. Like with the Sonic thing, you know, people they had to change what Sonic looked like in that movie. The Helldiver situation, of course. What the EA microtransaction thing with the loot boxes and all that shit, what they did in Battlefront 2. But that, like I said, that only happens so often. I doubt that's gonna happen again. I think Microsoft tried to raise their prices on some shit, and people kind of been again, they lowered it. But now they kind of raise it again later on, so whatever. I don't know. It's gonna be a scary sight. I hope that the game comes out and it's just $70 and they got those base editions, man. I honestly don't give a fuck. Like some people care about what like the bonus editions cost and shit. Like I think recently is a game that like Ubisoft game, Star Wars, yeah, Star Wars Outlaw. Stuff is coming out about like the
The pricing
more
they have.
expensive, yeah, the pricing
Yeah.
and the more expensive versions and stuff. It's like I get that, but honestly, I don't know. Like season passes used to be like $40. So I don't think like if it comes to the season pass, only thing is season passes used to come like 4 DLCs. Like you think of season pass, like you might think of Call of Duty season pass, right?
Mhm.
And you get those 4 fucking maps with guns and all that shit.
Yep.
Now you get a season pass in the game, and you gonna get some outfits and shit, and like 2 maps. If it's a Ubisoft game, you gonna get 1 fucking map. You gonna get some outfits and shit, and then you gonna get a fucking a little mini mode, like fucking
A little
a
mini
rogue
mode.
like
Yeah.
you gonna get a fucking rogue like or something. It's like who the fuck? Why am I paying a season pass for this?
Let me ask you this:
If
do you think
yeah.
we, because we've been playing this shit for a very long time, and like I feel like we've gotten to the point where we've always seen like these little changes, but like, do you think it's more of a like design it to, because we're getting older, and maybe to like us, that's like we ain't the target audience, right? So like it's more or less like let's set the foundation for these kids to get like pretty used to like what a quote unquote game is like, because we didn't have, bro, microtransactions probably back in the day. Like 360 days was a fucking concept, bro. I remember the horse armor, that's about it, but like we really got
actually
actual
the first
fucking,
microtransaction,
bro.
Bethesda sold.
Yeah, they sold.
They fucked us up. They fucked. That's why it's World War Bethesda.
And I just remember all the DLCs that like back in the Microsoft points days, bro. That was like I ain't getting. So like, do you think it's just a change between us getting older and like we just have, because like I feel like back then, like yeah, like, we didn't have a lot of money. My dad didn't like buy a bunch of games and shit, so I really had to stick to like the games that we already had. So I don't think games back then was even crazy. Like $60 has been like the main price point for as long as I've had a 360. So like for me, it's like that's kind of the expectation. I don't think I've ever since the $70 change, nigga. I'll be honest with you, I haven't paid for a game for $70. So to me, that's kind of like when my daughter gets older, man, that's all she gonna fucking know. If it ain't like $100 by that time. So do you think it's just more of a way to kind of like phase us out of games, like AAA titles and just games given like the predatoriness as far as like the games being designed for you to spend more money, or do you just think like it's just something we just don't fuck with? Because people pay for that shit, dog. People fucking adore that shit.
I think both things can be true. Like, yes, it's made to set a new precedent, so the younger generation is just going to be normal to them. But games are often marketed to us, and even people older than us. Sometimes, like, yes, they want the younger audience to do it, but they also want us to do it. Like, we're not even 30 yet, you know. We're like prime gaming age. We're in a good point in our life where like they would be expecting us to spend a good amount of money on games. You know what I'm saying? So I do think it's geared towards us, but I think there's a lot of moving parts with this. Because also, people don't think about it like with the $70 games. Like, okay, we know that like I guess like I think an article came out that like 60% of gamers don't buy games brand new. They're playing like €4 or €5 games, and then they buy I guess later when going to sell, which I can agree with. I'm
Yeah.
also one of those gamers. Some games I might buy brand new, but a lot of games I'm just waiting for it to go on sale because it's like I got my backlog is so extensive, and again that's the game is like fucking some games I really love and I buy it more than once, like Elden Ring. Elden Ring came out, I bought that shit $60,
No, I love that
and
game.
then I didn't have crossplay, so I wanted to play with another friend on console, so I bought that shit again on Series X for $60. You know what I'm saying? So like Borderlands 3 came out, I bought that edition. I bought the $100 edition for that game. So it's like there are games that I will spend the money on, but like sometimes it's just like I got games to play right now. I got a life. I'm juggling. I'm
Right.
if a game's fire enough, then yeah, I'll spend the $60-$70. Like Ghost of Tsushima is coming to PC soon. I'm going to actually buy that at full price. I'm going to spend like the $70. I've been waiting to play that game. I just didn't want to go buy. I was tempted on buying the PlayStation just to play it, but then I'm in the whole thing. Now I have a PlayStation 5. Now I have to buy other PlayStation 5. It's the whole thing. So then it was rumored that it would come to PC since like last year. So I was like, I'll buy my time a bit, and yes, it's coming. So, but I think another thing that people don't really talk about is like, games are going to sell a lot. And it's a difference when that $60 game goes on sale and
Or
it's at a cheaper price
$70.
than when that $70 game goes on sale and it's at a cheaper price. If a $60 goes on sale and it's $10 off, then it's $50. If a $70 goes on sale and it's $10 off, then it's $60
It's $60.
So it's like there's a difference, and some games, don't even get a full $10 off and shit like that. They might get like fucking $7 off, something like that. So it's just like I don't know. It's just like a thing where we're still paying more money either way, unless it's a Ubisoft game. They gon' deep sell them bitches, be like 82% off and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, go get this Far
Yeah,
Cry
yeah.
7.
They like, "Hey, here, take it, please. Just take it. Just play it, please."
Was it you that was waiting for like Sekiro to go on sale?
I was. I actually bought Sekiro. Um, but yeah, I bought. I think I spent like $35 on Sekiro.
That's why I really fucked with Elden, bro. I ain't even played that many FromSoft games, bro. But I really, bro, I I miss Elden Ring so much to the point where that game, as hard as it was, that game felt like a breath of fresh air, bro. When that shit first dropped, and I fucking missed it. That's why I'm kind of excited for that DLC to come out, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to really play it, because I'll be working on the project and shit. But like it is like it's, it's like a light shining upon this shroud of darkness when a game really come out. It's polished, it's done. This is like all this shit that you could explore.
And it's not trying to be microtransactions.
Oh,
It don't want to make me really like it's grinding in the game, but it's like a regular game grind.
exactly.
Like, oh, I want this weapon. Go here, fight this boss, or do this and get this weapon. And there you go. There you go. I
You
don't
got
need
it.
to kill the
Just
boss
simple.
20 times for a 0.1% drop rate chance.
0.1.
Like I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great game. It's a great game, and it didn't hold my hand. Like I said, an Elden Ring was more so my first real experience with a FromSoft game. Like, I've played some Dark Souls games, but like they wasn't. I play on PlayStation, and I didn't own my brother's own PlayStation, so like I didn't finish them. I just more so played it because we had a friend, and he used to always talk about, yeah, I could beat Dark Souls. I could beat any game. Like, bro, Dark Souls is not that hard. It's not that hard. All it is just patience. That's all. That's all the game is. Patience is just, hey, don't just walk around that corner.
Yeah.
And then after a while, so like after you've been playing, honestly, I feel like the hardest FromSoft game is probably Sekiro, just
That
because
shit
you
is
can
hard, bro.
cheese every other game. Like Sekiro, you can't just go
You
fucking
can't,
grind
bro.
and what I'm saying, and come
Level
back.
up
What I'm
and
saying,
shit.
yeah. Dark Souls, you can do it to a extent, but you can do like a build or something. Like you could cheese every other FromSoft. Well, not every other I don't know, but the Souls game, you could cheese them, but you can't really cheese Sekiro, or at least in my experience. I don't really, it's
Nah,
probably some
you
methods
right,
some
bro.
people looking up, but like that shit just you either with the shit or you're not.
Yo, you down, bro?
Kind
Yeah.
of like seafood, what I'm saying? Like I really like seafood.
Yeah, I like
Like,
seafood too.
you either with this shit or you not.
You
It's
know.
all hands. You with this shit or you not.
So there's
And
some hope out there, bro. It is.
yeah,
I just going back to a better time, bro. It's just so we just used to trip over little shit. It's like a $20 DLC. $20 DLC any day, nigga. Go ahead, give me that shit, bro. I got
yeah.
$20.
I just miss being able to unlock things in games. Like
Yeah,
I
me
miss
too.
playing the game, unlocking characters, unlocking outfits and
Outfits,
all that shit.
yeah.
Like I don't want to have to buy it. And you spoke on earlier about like how you feel like all companies are just falling off. They all like money hungry. None of the companies is what we recognize. And NetherRealm is one of those companies for
Oh
me
yeah,
where I
for
used to
sure.
really hold them on the pedestal. Even though, again, as I mentioned earlier, like I already only whipped out Mortal Kombat to play with my family and shit. But I really like they pay really good attention to detail. Not only even just some Gooner shit, but like everything. Like the amount of time they had to like re-render like a fatality thing or something like that for different characters and stuff, and like even like the small details like Cyrats and stuff have like the black blood. It's just so many things. And they kept getting deeper and deeper. They kept changing more and more until they got the Mortal Kombat X, and that's why that was the last Mortal Kombat. No, I actually did buy Mortal Kombat 11, but Mortal Kombat X is where it kind of soured my images of them because like all y'all did was gave us less and told us it's more. Like instead of all
Oh,
these
with the
moves and stuff,
variations.
yeah, instead of all these moves and stuff
Yeah.
that people could have, now you give me a variation that only got a portion of the moves. No, this is less repackaged, kind of like what Fallout 4 did with the weapons. Y'all just repackaging less and telling me it's more,
Hey,
telling me I have the option to customize.
I'm gonna go on the record and say Fallout 4 probably has the worst looking guns I've ever seen in a video
The
game, bro.
worst. The only gun that I even liked in that game, looking wise, is the radiation little AK gun. And I heard the Nuka Cola DLC got some good guns, but
Oh
I haven't went
yeah.
back and played it. I'm waiting to get
You
to
haven't
that
played the Nuka
DLC.
Cola
No,
DLC?
I didn't. I stopped
Oh
playing the
yeah,
game.
you did. Yeah, because the
Yeah,
fucking game
Far
deleted
Harbor
your
was
shit.
the last one I was doing. So I'm actually going back now to actually finish the DLCs that I paid for. Now I actually paid for again for a second time. So I could finish the DLCs and
Bro, that
get the
is.
full experience. But yeah, so I hear Nuka Cola is the best DLC. So I'm going through the game. I'm going through it vanilla, no mods, and I'm going to get like the regular vanilla experience, and then afterwards, I might mod it or something. But yeah,
That's
I just
crazy.
don't like the repackaging. I just feel
Oh
like
yeah.
it's like they're trying to pull the wool over my eyes. It's like I'm not stupid. Don't treat me like I'm stupid. Like this isn't more. This is less repackaged. Trying to tell me it's more. And it's that's another reason why like I want to do like a podcast, because I feel like that this gotta be put out there, because I feel like sometimes when I play games or something, and it's like like I see these things, but like I would go to like Reddit or something, and I would be thinking like, oh yeah, everybody, but no one else is, no one else is seeing it. So it's like, what, like like I think like I talk about Ubisoft a lot, but I might be like one of the biggest Ubisoft fans. I own so many. I think I own all the Far Cry games after Far Cry 3. I have Far Cry 3 on down, except for Far Cry Primal. And some of those games I even own again on PC. So it's like, Assassin's Creed games. I have like almost all of them except for only one I don't have is those little like the one like I actually have like Assassin's Creed China and stuff, but I ain't beat all those like the side scroller ones, like the little ones. But I play other ones like Assassin's Creed Liberation and stuff like that for the PSP. Like I played pretty much every mainstream Assassin's Creed game. So I'm actually part of the problem because I keep fucking buying this shit, thinking that they're gonna change, and they're just getting worse. But the thing is, like I said, just like I don't know, all these companies they're just getting worse, and I don't know if it's just devs switching around, leaving younger devs coming in or something, or like the companies. I know for sure it's the companies doing, putting their foot in the midst more and more. Things need to bring in more and more money, which isn't sustainable. It isn't a sustainable practice for something to keep bringing in more and more money. When it's like, if you're trying to get more and more money, they're trying to get more and more money. We only have so much money. You know what I'm saying?
They don't give a fuck about that. They don't care.
So it's like I just feel like that people need to have like an optics like I've been seeing games talking like everybody wants to do an open world game. Like it's like 100 and some developers want to do an open world game this year or next year. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who the fuck has time to play all these open world games?
That's way too fucking many.
What? Yeah, like what? No,
every game doesn't need to be open. Yeah, every game
doesn't even need to be open world. And that even if you got like, bro, there's no way that say if all of them dropped in the same year, Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, Dragon's Dogma, Cyberpunk, the 2.1 version fits and everything, and that it all dropped in the same, like, what else? Fucking,
I don't know. That'd be too much, bro. That's way
Far
too
Cry
much.
6, like, what?
That's
okay. If all then that's just like 6 or 7 games. If they all dropped in the same year, I don't fucking have time to spend hundreds of hours in all of them. So I have to pick and choose. Which if I can only pick and choose 3, then I'm going to pick and choose whatever 3 I cater to. Which means that's cannibalizing the other one. I don't know. I just feel like that might be why I really like Deadlines 2 right now. They took out the open world. They made it linear. They made it compact. They made it focused. It's tight. It feels well. It runs well. The game ain't never crashed. I'm not even losing frames. Like, like it's like what? Why? I don't know. Like, why? More games need to do this.
I enjoyed
trying to do open world.
I enjoyed the simple, especially coming off from how I used to play Gears. I enjoyed the semi-openness to 5 when we played that.
Oh yeah, semi-open world is also a banger. Like when I play like the Tomb Raider games or some shit, I like semi-open world. I like semi-open, like Deadlines 2 is a semi-open world. I like semi-open world because it still give me that little experience of exploration and finding things. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's not a lot of filler in. You don't gotta have as many filler quests. Like I can still, it's like a linear point 2.
And I guess this is gonna sound weird, but I guess it's not they're not open world, but like for example, like Resident Evil 4, I guess both of the OG and the remake, they got like semi-open segments, but when we play RE5 or RE6, I don't mind having like the linearness. So I don't think every game needs to be open world, because that's just, what the fuck, you gonna put something in that? Like, what the fuck gonna be in that shit? So I don't know. It's
like, I don't know. Even if they do put something in it, it's okay. It's okay not to have 100-hour game.
Yeah, true.
It's okay. I fight 30 hours. Give me a good 30-hour game. I don't know if it's just I'm old or what, but give me a good 30-hour game, and I'm good. You don't gotta be 30. Give me a good 20 plus hour game. I'm good. Like I'm fine.
Maybe that's what.
As long as it's a good game.
About, with them not. What did they say a long time ago? We don't think single player games are. Maybe that's.
Oh yeah, and they ate those fucking words. Fucking God of War start coming out doing numbers. They ate those fucking words.
So maybe, and then like those games are crazy long.
Yeah. Like God of War and Last of Us aren't even crazy long. So it's like,
So who's
and I
like
think
really
they'll just
advocating for this shit? Who wants these really absurdly long? I don't know. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's like the people, I ain't trying to call nobody out, but maybe it's people who really enjoy like those really grindy games that will like spend like 1,000 of hours
yeah.
on games. I don't know.
I would say though, I will say, okay, just a reference what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
We love those older open world games. We love New Vegas because
yeah,
the feeling that gives and getting lost in it, and it's having so much and it's having that world. So I feel like if a game was like that in this open world, it wouldn't be a problem. Like I actually finished Outer Worlds, which I guess is kind of a smaller open world. I feel like we can call that semi-open world. It's only a AA game, not AAA. But I don't know. Like I feel like open world games done well, it's kind of fine, but also is a lot of time commitment. And I guess if you want to just buy a game and kind of play that game, like some people might put hundreds of hours into a game, some people might put like 1,000 hours into a game. And it's like, I'm not gonna really shame it. Is that's what you like, that's what you like. I like that too. It just needs to be a good game.
yeah. It needs to have a foundation at least. Like you just can't have the same fucking activity at fucking uh like fuck. What game was that? You go somewhere and they'll have like the same fucking activity. Yeah, I don't.
Starfield.
Maybe start. Well, no, I'm thinking of another game. It ain't came to me yet. But
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's how they usually feel. It. I don't know. I feel nah. I just feel that contrast of games being just keeping it
Different.
safe. Yeah, keeping it safe though, because even if you do commit to an open world, I think the main difference is having some sort of substance. Like even, but we have been can't steer away from this fucking game. Even in New Vegas, bruh. Like, yeah, you ask people in not in Prim. You ask people in whatever the fuck Good Springs. You ask them, hey, where'd the guy go who shot me in the head? Yeah, he and some other guys went to Prim. But if you don't talk to those people, you really can just go wherever the fuck you want to go. But be mindful, because you going to run into some fucking cassadores. And them niggas hit. Them niggas be hitting.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like
Or it'd be like me and run into some fucking death
Oh,
claw
yes! Death Claws. At level 1, dog.
at level fucking 1.
Run
You just
right
like,
into
this
slow,
is
bruh.
a straight path.
Yep.
Huh.
I want to go to New Vegas. And, like, most people want to do that. Well, I want to go right to New Vegas when I start the game, bro. I was the same way. Yup. And just got boop, boop.
Oh man, you know what? It's crazy. I was gonna say that shit like a fucking Elden Ring. Like when you come out and you see that fucking tree sentinel,
Hell yeah.
as soon as you come out the fucking starting area. But it's not even that, because you not even meant to win that fight. You can't. Like one of the next games I want to buy is Alan Wake 2. I've been busy. I haven't had no time to get it. I want to get through the games I got now. I told myself I wasn't gonna buy another game until I beat all these Sony games I bought months ago. So I'm working my way through that list. But I really want Alan Wake 2. Kind of linear game. I really liked the first one, and the second one's, from what I hear, is pretty good. So, and that's a linear game, and it got praised. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like there's room for all variants of games. And some reason why I hear open world now, I just fucking sigh, dog. Like, I don't have 100 hours. Granted, I sound hypocritical because with 100 hours in fucking Starfield, but that shit was a grind, bro. And it was more so that I just wanted, I was actually doing it because I wanted to get I wanted to get a full basis, because we already, other people don't know, but we had a episode of podcast out before Starfield came out, and we predicted it was going to be mid, and we predicted a lot of the shit that was going to be wrong with it, which is wrong with it before the game even came out. And so I'm planning, because I'm like, you know what, I don't want to, have that bias. I want to actually go through and experience everything and give this a fair chance
Right.
before I be like, I was fucking right. And Bethesda's fucking, they just mid now. They're Bethesda.
Bethesda. That's a good name for him. We definitely caught. When I say we caught that shit, I'm telling you, bro, we was like fortune keepers, bro. I don't know. I know you don't feel the same when I say the shit with GTA, but there's some hesitation with that. Cause that shit can really end up changing. I don't want to be right, bro, because I just don't want to see a future where like it just becomes too expensive to play video games. That's like my big.
I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like I'm already feeling priced out. Like I said, like I want to get it again. Like I want to get Dragon's Dogma. It's just like I don't have time for Dragon's Dogma right now. I got 3 other games, and then Dragon's Dogma is not even next on my list. Next on my list would probably be Alan Wake, and then Ghost of Tsushima, and then Elden Ring DLC, and that's even if I beat all those in time. So in Dragon's Dogma, don't have no fucking fast travel. It's an open world game, and I don't have the time right
No
now.
fast travels. God damn.
No fast. There's some fast travel in there, but it's not fast travel like you think it is, and it's not as good. It's kind of imagine calling a taxi in GTA.
Oh, they did say that. That was like a problem in the first one.
Yeah, so it's like I get it. I know why they did it, but a lot of people I know who played it, they love the game. And it's like, okay, all this interaction and stuff, all this stuff in the world and stuff. I get why they didn't do the fast travel, but most people I've seen play it, then most people I talked to who played it, they started to get really fucking fatigued towards the end, and they just wanted the fucking fast travel.
But you had to walk everywhere. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that right now, and I'm probably I'm waiting for patches to come through. I know it's been a little iffy on PC. I know on console wasn't going like a lot 60 FPS. So hopefully, which sometimes like I don't even be waiting on games because of price wise, which I kind of do. But I ain't made the money. But also, I'll be waiting on games to be patched. Like, cause when I play a game, I want a good experience. I don't want. I bought Fallout 76 when it came out, and terrible game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a good experience. I don't want a fucking broken experience. Cause when you get a good experience, you feel differently about the game. Like, I played Unity like a year later after I had all its patches, and it was actually a decent game. Like, story wise, could be way better, but gameplay wise, is one of the better Assassin's Creed games.
Or you could be like Elden Ring, just come out and just be good on start.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Like, Elden Ring is Elden Ring. I don't even think it's another Elden Ring. I'm hoping whatever FromSoft new next game is, like they made Armored Core. Armored Core looked good, but it didn't have the popularity of Elden Ring. I want to say hopefully because it's a mech game, but who knows? It could be a mech game. It could be something else.
We have one more topic to discuss. I know we kind of just went through our generic rant about like the gaming industry, but there was one more topic. I didn't know how to segue into this one, but Apple definitely seeing some cut in the production with their Apple Vision Pro. Lower demands have kind of expedited that. So you said you had some appeals that no one's fucking with this shit, or they just about to discontinue this whole Apple Vision, whole goddamn shenanigan. I don't know. They about to just get rid of it.
Yeah, I would say I seen this coming. Everybody should have knew. Like, yeah, it had some buzz when it first came out, but like when you get into this like expensive tech stuff, you gotta go into knowing that this is something I'm trying to fund because I want to see it prosper in the future. Now, when I do that, I'm not funding fucking Apple. Apple is big as hell. Apple is known for dropping things, same as the Google. Like, these companies drop things all the time. One, I seen the Apple Vision Pro, and yes, it did look really good at what it was doing. But what I didn't see it doing was playing any fucking games.
3,500.
So for $3,500 American US dollars, I'm putting a headset on my head so I can do what?
You didn't even play your VR headset.
Yeah, what? Exactly. I still got the Quest 2. It ain't even collecting dust because that bitch in the case.
Oh, it's protected from the dust.
Yeah. So it's like that bitch. I charge it up every now and then. I don't want the battery to die, but that bitch is basically brand new. And yeah, VR, it blew my mind for a little bit, but it's actually pretty niche. God damn, throat getting dry. You can tell podcast has been going on a little bit too long.
Yeah, it's been going on a little longer. They said they only released it. Well, that's why I'm just kind of take it how you feel. I'm only using X comments as a reliable source, but somebody did say it only launched in America. But I don't know, man. That's a huge. Why would I? Okay, if I had like that much money, bro. Look, that money going into my rig, bro. That shit going right back into my computer, man. I'm not like that's really if you have some money offhand, cause like I don't like yeah, it's cool, right? I haven't even tried a VR headset, so that would be like a huge leap to me. So I would, and you haven't even found too much use for yours, and you were kind of like the main person.
Also, there's the Meta Quest 3 for a fraction of this fucking price that you can get. That does everything and play games and have exclusive games.
Yeah, I don't see how this would help me throughout my daily life, especially at that pricing point. And I just don't. I don't know, bro. I feel like this is just one of those rich people products.
Yeah, I feel like even for like work productivity, maybe I could see it having multiple screens up. You tilt your head, the hand gestures, all that extra stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. I can see. You know what? Crazy enough, I feel like partner this shit with the motherfucking Elon head chip. Hey, this shit probably go crazy productivity. This shit probably go crazy. Yeah. But like I said, we not there. I just feel like this is just ahead of its time. And it's Apple. Like they just canceled the fucking Apple Car that they've been working on for like years. They put like millions of dollars to the fucking R&D for Apple Car and just cut that shit. So it's like, and like I said, it's not dead, but this is signs of it dying. Apparently, like I said, it was reported that it did well under expectations. At its small time, been mean to people were wearing it outside, wearing it the game, wearing it on planes. But it kind of died out, and they're cutting how many units they're like shipping and shit. I think from like 800,000 to like 400,000 or something. Or I think that they expected to sell like 700, 800,000, but they only sold like half of that or something.
For that price?
So they're slowing the production of it. What I don't know. Apple, like, yes, you are Apple, but come on, man.
Fuck that.
How many people did you expect to spend 3,500?
Fuck that. That's just like that's like that's like some like I'm been the one who's been saying Apple be overpricing these phones for like almost damn near a decade, bro. Crazy enough, I have an iPhone now, but that shit was given to me, bro. But like, I don't know a actual person that I know in IRL that would either want this or can afford this. I don't. It's not practical, or at least right now.
Yeah, I know those people who can afford it, but they don't have a reason to. Like, it does nothing to like.
It don't. I don't know.
What it's like? What like what are you going to do with it? Like I think that's the thing. There wasn't a clear idea of what to do with this product.
You can own it.
Like I've seen some really good productivity stuff. You can FaceTime from it, whatever. But it's like I can FaceTime from my phone. Like I've seen some productivity stuff, but it's like it's not enough. I can do. I'm like I might as well do productivity from there.
See, you
might as well get a MacBook
right
to carry it with you.
You lowballing it, bro. You gotta watch the game. You gotta FaceTime. You gotta be on Facebook.
I forgot everybody got ADHD, including myself. So it's like that would be cool.
TikTok,
but at the same time, it's like, bro, you see I got 3 fucking monitors right now. What do I need a headset for?
Yeah, you could have 4 or 5, bro. You not thinking big enough, dog. You got.
But now I got 6
monitors.
Imagine in my room and shit, in the bed and shit, fucking 5 monitors looking around, starting from the right to left of my head.
From your headset, though, you
It's
gonna
like
be...
whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like unless you're a gooner, you probably ain't about to get no fucking use out of that shit. I already know Corn God probably go crazy on there.
It'd just be a video.
What if you can't even watch Corn like that? Hey, yo, imagine if you lived in Texas and you know they got like Corn
Oh
Hub blocked and
yeah,
shit.
that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
bad.
Imagine you in Texas, you can't even watch Corn on your Apple headset. Oh no, that's crazy. You got a fucking $3,500 paperweight.
That would be the only reason anybody in Texas would get that, just to get on the Corn Hub, man. Even for half this price, bro. I don't know, bro. I just don't see them moving this much. Their expectation for how this was supposed to go was like pretty absurd. I don't know if they think everybody bring in an excess amount of, let's just round this shit up, $4,000. I don't know, bro. It's just,
but it's crazy because the Meta Quest 3 is only $500.
so why would I don't? And you say it do almost? It's just the Apple. It's that little fucking Apple.
Yeah, it's the Apple name.
That's
And it's
all
like
it
the
is.
Meta Quest 3 can do everything it could do, and I think it might be able to do more. I think Apple does some stuff better, but it's not worth the price. I think Mark Zuckerberg had even made a video. You know it's crazy when the CEO make a video
That lizard.
basically demonstrating he not analytic no more. He has a glow up, man. You ain't seen him.
Hell no, I ain't seen him. No, I just remembered that lizard.
Yeah. You know, he started hitting the gym when he's supposed to fight Elon,
A buff
and
lizard?
he just never. Yeah, no. His skin, he moisturizing
Oh,
now.
let me see this, man.
Yeah, I think he hit the gym. He started. I think he got a beard too. I think that's it. The beard work wonders for niggas. Or I mean, and non niggas. You know, why I use niggas? Niggas is plural for people.
People.
And yeah. He got the beard now.
Oh, I see him now. That nigga look like one of the Paul brothers.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, that what fight training do for you?
That's exactly what he looked like, bro. One of the Paul brothers, for real. Yeah, I wouldn't find any, like, even, let's say I did make this much money, bro. This wouldn't even be, like, I just don't see myself using this. And maybe it's because it's not for me, because, like, mainly I would see a VR headset just for the experience of, like, or let's just say a headset in general. I would look into getting it for, like, video games. That would be my main reason, but I already don't use my phone that much. Like, I'm more on my computer than anything else. I don't watch TV. I'll play a game here or two, but if I'm not, like, working, then I'm not just, like, practically, like, I couldn't even find myself using this for work, like editing and shit, because that'd be uncomfortable. I just really wouldn't see a use for this, but maybe some other people would. But even if you did, I just don't see it spending that much money for it. But you said they canceled an Apple, what was it, car or truck?
Yeah, Apple Car.
Yeah,
They had R&D development for Apple Car.
that shit's gonna be hella expensive. Apple car?
Yeah. I mean, you know, Sony was gonna do a Sony car too. I don't know if they still gonna do it, but I don't know why everybody wants to make a car.
Yeah, I think it's because of Tesla, man. They want to make their own little, I don't know, a Sony car. And
Honestly, I feel like
car?
Apple could kind of, like, people would buy Apple Car.
Yeah,
Apple name
I
is
can see
big as
that.
hell, definitely in America. I think Marquez Brownlee made a video saying like over like 80% of homes in America have an Apple device. So people will buy an Apple Car if anything for a status symbol. Like, hey, I got the Apple Car. Only thing is, I just feel like that cars is a harder thing to R&D, and I feel like it just costs too much money for them to R&D it. Like, it would be better to just, you know, they could just bought a car company, you know, like bought Kia or something, and then branded Kia Apple Kia.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that. They want their own shit. You know how these companies be, bro.
Yeah,
They want to in-house all they shit, bro. they want that Apple brand trademark on that shit, and that's crazy. Cause I even if that was the case, niggas gonna get. I was trying to explain that to my mom. I was like, you realize people just have like a phone, like an iPhone, just for like a social status, right? So that shit's just like, I got that.
Don't want to do you can't have them green bubbles. God forbid I touch you, your bubbles are green.
Hell no.
And before anyone said like, oh my god, he's broke, he got an Android. I have an Apple phone. And I ain't like an old shit like Apple, and I got I mean, it's not the newest, but I got a 13 Pro Max. So, and it's paid for. I own it. So
you own that shit?
I actually own the phone.
You don't make payments for that shit? Good shit.
No payments. I own the phone. Like I think it's kind of expensive. It's been like $1,200 or something like that.
I think that's it. But I guess I can't talk because my OnePlus was about $600. I actually really like that phone. Yeah. I'm gonna break that mold, bro. I'm gonna get an Android, but if I ever get some money, I'm gonna have nice things. So then when I have my Android, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I got an Android phone. Haha.
Yeah, honestly.
Nah, you're not gonna get that. Don't they have the Motorola flip phone? No, like the.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just. Oh yeah, they do got one of those. They got the Razor Plus, I think, and they actually look pretty good. I actually want a flip phone. I was gonna get the Samsung one, but I'm like, I understand some flip just look kind of feminine. But if I had a lady, bro, hey, I'm copping the Samsung flip, bro. Copper that joint like rows ago or something. That shit gonna look crazy. But yeah, I like the Razor, the Motorola Razor Plus, because it's wider, and I like the way the camera is on the front. I just like the aesthetic of the phone. It looks more masculine and it looks more clean as well. But yeah, Motorola actually got like some decent phones. It's just like.
Do you overall think people just be sleeping on Androids, bro?
Yeah, I think that narrative and it's crazy, see, because people don't know that the narrative that Androids are worse than fucking Apple is almost fabricated by Apple.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there are some shitty Androids, because there was shitty Androids. Like, bro, somebody gonna go buy $100, $200 phone. Of course, it's not gonna compete with your $1,000 flagship phone. Like, yeah, and then updates happen, and if you got a lower end phone 3 years from now, that shit's gonna be slow because you're not like on the newest update and shit. So but if you had like a flagship phone, then you probably was just as good as anybody else with a flagship phone. Like good, just as good as the Apple phone, or even better. Saying Apple phones used to be small. People they explain we don't need bigger screens. We're fine with a 4-inch screen. Yeah. All right, bro. All right. Until Apple gave out trick for a bigger screen, and now the gang look back. But all right, bro. Yeah. All right, that was a lie.
All right, so
but yeah. So thing is, so people always talk about, oh yeah, Apple. I mean, the Android cameras are so blurry. So if my friend on Android send me a picture, it'd be so blurry. Like, bro, Apple does that. That's Apple doing that. Apple makes things that come from other things that's not Apple. They make the pictures blurrier on Apple devices if it came from Android. That's them doing that. That's not how the picture is.
Ain't that crazy how like they've kind of like set their own social precedent for just a phone? Just like a whole ass phone that like back in the day, bro, like them bitches used to look fucking like you'd be happy to have a phone, right? But now it's like shit, nigga, yo, pictures come in blurry.
And it's like I said, I got an iPhone, and I even joined the whole Apple ecosystem. I got an iPhone, I got an Apple Watch, I got an iMac. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you know what? I'm actually try it. I've had Apple devices, but I never really got the hype. Like, I'm gonna try the ecosystem. I'm gonna try to be productive and stuff, and I can honestly say it's fine. The ecosystem has its pluses, but it's nowhere near as hyped up as everybody make it seem. Like I can say the face unlock is the best feature on my Apple phone. Not just because I got like the infrared and stuff, so no matter how dark it is or whatever else, it recognizes my face. Yes, that could be dangerous, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not a criminal. I mean, whatever. I mean, you guys still say because the government having your face, but they probably already got my face, bro. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't have the newest Samsung phone, so maybe they just they are just as good. You know, only reason I didn't go with the newest Samsung phones again, I wanted to try this Apple stuff, and you know, bitches love blue bubbles and shit. They love to do like little iPhone games and shit. You
They
know what I'm
like the
saying?
blue bubbles, right?
Yeah. So it's like whatever. Well, I'm gonna try it out. But even besides that, like Samsung was doing like those square phones. I hate when Samsung do the square. Oh, I don't like square phones. It's ugly to me aesthetically. So Samsung, some reason, keep doing them. So I'm not going back to them. But if I do switch phones eventually from this Apple phone, instead of getting another Apple, I don't know. I might see a Motorola guy and I might fuck with them. But if not, I might go Apple again just for the convenience. But low key, I'm kind of trying to get out this Apple ecosystem because it's just not like it's all right. You know, like I said, like I get a call or something or a text message or something, I look at my Apple Watch or I answer from my Apple Watch, so I don't got my phone on me and stuff. I'm not glued to it, and yeah, you know, I'm getting some value. It's just like I don't know. People act like this is just some next level shit. It's not. It's not next level at all.
I'm definitely, if I get the opportunity, going back to my OnePlus. I like that phone. It's my preferable. I mean, but you wouldn't. Speaking on your Apple transition, since you got all these Apple products, would you stoop down to $3,000, $4,000 to get this headset or not?
Hell no. Like I said, bro, I don't even use bro. Right now, the iMac not even plugged up.
Oh shit!
This bitch is unplugged. I needed to plug up a second fan in the room because this PC was getting hot as hell. I'm not turning this air on and shit. I'm about so yeah. I'm about to just throw the fan in the window, and like that's just not even plugged up right now. Cause the only thing I was using this for is like I was using it for some work stuff, but now I realize like bro, I'm way better on my PC setup for work because I got 3 fucking monitors. And to plug up another monitor to the iMac, and just for people listening, I got whatever the top iMac was before the newest ones came out. So yeah, whatever that is, It's like I don't know, I think like $12. I don't know. I know one the bitch got like 4 Thunderbolt ports in the back or USB-C ports. Ass. It don't got no HDMI, so ass. So I can only connect it to another monitor through USB-C. And from 2 monitors I tried, it didn't even work correctly.
I hate
I
that shit
heard
the
that like
most, bro. The
yeah, I heard
inconvenient.
that like the specs gotta be like 4,000, like bro. So I need a certain. I think I heard they make it like that 'cause they want you to buy the Apple Studio shit, and it's like,
That shit so.
what the fuck?
You gotta get shit just for your shit to work, bro. I just don't understand.
Yeah, and it's like some work shit. Is like productivity is fine, good on there. Like the shit I can type shit with my phone. 'Cause I type faster on my phone than on keyboard. I know I'm weird. I'm left-handed anyway. So yeah, so I can just shit I go my notes on my phone, type it up, and it'll be right there on my computer. And if I need to copy that and send whatever paste it somewhere, I can do that. Or vice versa. Or like fucking like for the Fallout show or something, like the notes I typed in my phone and stuff, it could just be right here on my computer and shit, you know what I'm saying? Or like with picture, I don't know, it's a lot of stuff you can do. Like even like outside of phone wise, contact wise, like PDFs. I like working with PDFs on the Apple device because like I can do shit without having to get like a PDF app. If I want to, say like I'm doing spreadsheets, I can literally get get a PDF of a spreadsheet and I can highlight that shit and copy it, and I can put in my notes and then put that shit in spreadsheet format. This shit's crazy. Or I can put it in like it fills in the spreadsheet. Like I can just it's just a lot of shit you can do. It's a lot of like it does help with a workflow, but it's not helping enough to be one monitor. And also it's not as fast as my PC. And that's just because like yes, I have like the 16 cores and shit. Like I said, I like it's a good Mac. It just like I said, I've noticed that if I got like for work, I might have like 10 tabs or something open. If I got like 10 tabs open on the Mac, it will start to slow some things down. I feel like that is a bit of an issue for me. Also, being on one screen. So I don't know. Maybe if you, depending on what you do, it probably can make things better. I feel like maybe if I got like a MacBook Air or something, I have a better experience. Then maybe I take that. Like maybe if I leave a lot, take it on the go and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like, well, why can't I just have a laptop or something? But like I said, I guess that's where like ecosystem come in hand because I might have some on my phone and I'll be able to instantly put it on my laptop or something. I don't know, but I cut you off. What were you trying to say? I was trying to get that out because the sun is coming up. I'm getting tired. I didn't want to forget it.
No, you good. I just hit my mic. I wasn't trying to say nothing, but you're not the only person who told me that is the productivity on like Apple devices are like more convenient because I can't do that shit. I don't have a Mac, so I can't go on my phone and then like say, and that'd be useful, right? Cause say I'm like not from on my computer, right? But then like I'm trying to hold off on this memory, and I don't have a way to do that, so I'll have to like try my best to remember that until I get to my like actual computer. So I feel like even if I do get a Mac or a MacBook or something, that would be a huge transition to me. So I probably won't do it, but I think just for the sake of convenience for me, I'd probably stick. Like getting used to the iPhone was kind of like it wasn't a chore. It's just like I just kind of got used to it after a while. But I probably wouldn't go back to it if I had a choice. Just because, bro, them prices be fucking killer, bro. This some rich nigga prices. But yeah, that is that is our 4-hour podcast. So,
God damn, 4 hours.
I think so. If I look at this time right, it's about to be 4 hours. But we'll have a lot of footage to go through. But I think that's fine. We'll definitely got to start off strong. That's what I say. We covered all our topics though. I didn't think we was gonna be able to do that. I thought we was gonna be stuck on one of them. But I think we despite the 4-hour time frame, I think we did pretty good. Did you have any closing notes that you wanted to kind of advise anybody who's made it this far?
I don't know if anybody made it this far. I just really want to say, appreciate anybody for sticking around, anybody for getting this far. I don't know. Like, I feel like I just want to see like if anyone made it to the end. Like just comment something like. Made it to the end or put like a 1 or something. I just really want to see, if people made it to the end because I don't know. I think that's just fascinating. That I just feel like it just make me happy. Like somebody actually listen to like the whole thing.
Put if you made it to the end, put Simply Black. that way we both know what the fuck that should be. And so of course I think the podcast was successful. Hopefully we got some more crazy game developer news coming up in the next let's say next week, so we can have some more crazy stupid things that they do to talk about.
Oh yeah, I think Microsoft's supposed to have like a event coming up. We're gonna see everybody's going crazy. Some people think that they're gonna like put all the games on PlayStation and stuff like that, Gears of War, Halo. Who knows if they do I don't know. How would you feel if they put everything on? They just open up the. I hear like the next Xbox supposed to be like side loading Steam and shit. How would you feel if Microsoft just decides to abandon the whole drop out the war like Drake? How would you feel?
Okay, the Xbox exclusives have never been a big deal to me, so I think to me it wouldn't I'm glad that people got a better chance to play other games. That'd probably be my only plot point, because shit, the games that I want to play are on different consoles, like Switch and PlayStation. So I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I guess you could play Sea of Thieves, and I guess you could play Grounded. Cool. I mean, I guess it's different because I've played those games, but I don't know. I might feel
honestly. That's crazy because I don't feel any type of way. I think maybe I just don't hold no allegiance. But even before I even had a PC, I did not care who played what because this ain't my game. It's not my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I guess some people got a point. Like other companies not doing it, but I don't care. Like I don't know. Like I like Grounded and I like Obsidian and I like Grounded even more, and I root for the best for them. So like, it makes me happy to see like other people on PlayStation play Grounded, and I'm hoping. I know Grounded just recently had its last update, but I'm hoping that PlayStation people will love it so much that they be like, all right, bro, we're gonna come back and we're gonna give y'all another map. You know what I'm saying? I know they put the creative tools in there, but I just genuinely want another map from them. And another map, new creatures, like I just want more than. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. Obsidian's working on 2 other games, but yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I think it's cool to have other people experience other games. I wish other companies did it. Nintendo, talking about y'all. Please, bro. I mean, allegedly I can play Nintendo games on my Steam Deck anyway, but just let me do it legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, put it in Steam, bro. And I promise I'll buy it.
Yeah, what kind of weirdo would want to gatekeep video games that they don't really technically? I don't know, man. But I don't feel no indifferent about it. But I think we will close off the podcast for now. Yeah, I wanted
One last question, though. One last question. Since I brought up the Drizzy,
Okay.
real quick. Who you think won? Drizzy, Kendrick?
Seeing that I finished both of them Kendrick songs and not that Drake one that I listened to, Family Matters. But see, you can't you can't ask me. I got a bias, bro. I've been fucking with K-Dot for a long time. I just don't think with them last 2 tracks from Kendrick, me personally, bro, I would have waved a white flag because that recent shit ain't buzzing from Drake. Because Drake, as we were filming, or at least we were talking about the podcast, Drake dropped some shit at that very moment. I think around the time we had started, or like an hour before we started.
Waving the white. Yeah. Like I said, he said like 3 different times, and then he didn't want to go back and forth. He made it sound like he was done. Honestly, I don't really have no horses in the race. I'm kind of a fan of Drake, kind of not. Yeah, I respect the artist. I don't really vibe with him as a person. Like people say, he's the culture vulture. He just go from person to person and just sucking them dry. No Diddy. You know what? No Drizzy. No Drizzy's. No Drizzy. Just like basically, just like I feel like he like Space Jam. Like he's just passing basketball away and still niggas powers. Like it's like he just using other people propping stuff up, and then he going to somebody else. So whatever. Old Drake though was fire. Kendrick though, I listened to some Kendrick. I wasn't like the biggest Kendrick fan, but them diss tracks. Them last 2 diss tracks?
Yeah, them last 2.
Alright,
sure.
Listen, bro. Family Matters was actually pretty good. Family Matters is the only good Drake diss out that he's put out for real. Like, that's the only way I can say this is actually a good diss. But and that's he's hitting. I mean, he was battling everybody, but like I said, the last shit was just terrible. I just like that nigga just read. Like I don't know. That nigga did say he on vacation. I think he couldn't assemble his Avengers of fucking writers and shit.
Ghost Riders.
Yeah, Ghost Riders. And, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, I gotta respond, bro. That nigga's probably on Twitter like, they cooking me, bro. And he just was reading shit on there and he just started putting shit in there. He started, like, he was dressed like Millie Bobby Brown or whatever, some shit like that. Kendrick ain't say shit about her. None of this tracks, bro. What you talking about? That shit was only on Twitter.
Dude, I did see that earlier, bro.
Bro, his shit about fucking something Dave Free, whatever fuck, not putting hearts on his baby mama kid's picture and shit to kind of go with the allegation he put out before, and the baby mama not fucking following Kendrick and shit, and Kendrick not following her, shit like that on like Instagram or some shit like that. He put that shit in the song. Was like, bro, that shit was just on Twitter. I just seen this on timeline. You didn't find this? Wait. Is the OVO fucking Warriors on Twitter? OVO Twitter fingers sending you information for the disc, bro? What the fuck? Bro, honestly, it ain't shit in that disc, bro. that I feel like he legit. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like he seen even the narrative that he planted the information to get to Kendrick. I halfway don't believe because it don't make sense.
That
I'm
don't
not gonna
look
talk
good for
about
you,
it
bro. What the
because
fuck?
it's so many reasons that don't make sense. And but it's like I think he's seen that mastermind shit on Twitter, and it's like, yeah, I fuck with that. I'm gonna use that. And yeah, it's like I don't know. Like I said, if he dropped proof that he was feeding the mole false information, then okay, I give it to him. But till then, I don't know. But also, don't got no proof that what Kendrick says is true. So just going off for like, so we can't take none of the stuff like Kendrick beating his wife, the kid not being his. We can't take none of that stuff at face value. None of the stuff Kendrick said about Drake at face value. But some of the stuff we can take that he said about Drake at face value, like when he just call him basically like when he was reading his character, like in Meet the Grams and shit, call him like a stunted, man and shit like that. Cause Drake is like, I mean, he just had that last album or something like talking about just having women travel with a girl who's like 25. Like, bro, she's 25, bro. You're like 30 something. Like, nigga, date somebody your own age. Like, why are you like, nigga? She's 25. She's gonna act like she's 25.
That nigga
Like,
rich. That nigga don't give a fuck. What?
yeah, it's like like I said, it's just I don't know. He is a little immature. I don't know. Like I said Drake is Drake. He's a weird, and like I said, I don't know. Like I said, people, no, like I said, people call him like an narcissist. Honestly, nigga, like I think Kendrick said like why you got so many options, some shit like that, some shit. It's like, bro, honestly, everybody who brought you in the game, mainly like Ross and shit, right? Like niggas who took you on the arm, they all don't fuck with you, and it's like, nigga, that's it's you.
Yeah.
If all nigga, it's you. Like I said, bro, that thing came out when him fucking Wayne's girl when Wayne was in jail. Bro, that's dirty, bro. That nigga changed your life. That's dirty. He changed your life. That's dirty. And I know Wayne said he didn't care. Come on, bro. As a nigga, you go to jail and your nigga fuck your girl. What? Come on, bro. Ain't no way. Like, you can not care all you want, but it's like you don't even gotta care about the girl, but you definitely will care about your homie doing that shit.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Like, nice. And then they got a tattoo of Wayne, which I thought like, why would you get a tattoo of Wayne? That shit weird. But I mean, I guess that would explain if that's the reason why he got it. Cause I don't know. I don't know. People were saying that he brought it up. I think like that 6'7" foot shit. Like when he's talking about like it's like when like hoes are gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy or some shit. I'm like, oh shit. So that. Damn. Drake got, and it's like all Drake beefs is of him fucking other people women. So I mean, most of them is him fucking other people women. So it's like, I think you got a problem, bro. Like, oh no.
Hey, what he said? What Kendrick said may be true, man. Yeah, Meet the Grams.
Might be. I said, imagine he got an 11-year-old daughter. He been, bro, how you a millionaire deadbeat, bro? That don't make no fucking sense.
Not that you have money and you a deadbeat.
Yeah, I guess if you a cornball, bro, you a cornball at heart. So, and that money don't change that. But yeah, I think it's a good podcast, man. Next time I gotta take a nap, boy.
Yeah, this was a little
Or at least
lengthy.
grab some more water. God damn, I thought you dry as hell.
I was
No Jersey. I don't feel like I gotta say no. Whatever, bro. I'm tired, bro. Leave me alone.
All right, we'll call it here. See, I'm not gonna say like that shit, but you know what you should do. You should put Simply Black if you made it this far in the comment section. So we gonna see how many Simply Blacks we get. All right. I thank you guys for watching. God damn, I'm sick. I done went through this whole podcast sick as fuck. But I thank everybody for watching. Peace and see y'all later.